When I saw that at the top, the other day when we was reading, I was like, it's already set up before it could be like the police said versus I said. And that's a reason why that statement, or if they interpreted what she wrote or what she said and wrote down compared to what we see her saying on a live video. Now, who do we believe, Liz? Nor there, nor here. Yeah. Or is it the people writing that misinterpreted what she said? That's those things we have to consider so we can know which direction to really go.
Absolutely right. Okay, so my business handle, so I should be good. Y'all got my attention now. All right. So yeah, so that's the issue, y'all. That's the issue. So the issue is now it boils down to the interpretation of the officers. Because now imagine this, just for us to to be able to chop it up. Imagine this case going to court and them bringing those case files into court, and now they want to call up to the stand witnesses and people that spoke. It would be very hard to pinpoint and pin these kids into these statements because you didn't record them. Some of these reports were taken from kids on the side of the road, in the hotel, in the back of the hotel. Y'all knocked on people's doors. It was really weird and unorthodox ways of getting these statements. So I don't even know how they recorded this stuff. I don't know what the hell they did to compile these statements, but these statements were not verbatim. They weren't traditional statements. They just were not. And that's a fact. And for that reason, we got a lot of wiggle room. We don't know what nobody said. We don't know. We just don't know. So now we got to start with what we believe the beginning was, right? So this is what we've decided to do. We broke the case into a couple of different segments. And the first segment we're going to cover is going to be the Dr. Oz video. Now, I chose the Dr. Oz video for a very, very unique reason. I want y'all to hear me out and why I chose this video. When you guys hear case, y'all know I always bring up Shamaya and her mom, and I always talk about the fact that they did that statement before Teresa actually made that department is all government issued stuff. That's why the FOIA request can be enacted on anybody, because it's government information. This is not a private factor. This is the government stuff we're talking about. So these people were in the police department, which is a government issued GI building with GI paperwork, with GI officers, with 2 people in their department taking a statement from a young lady about a girl that was missing who had not been reported missing yet. Okay? This is at 4:45 a.m. on September the 9th, Saturday morning. They're at the police department making a statement at the police department. I do not care about what anyone thinks about Shamaya running through Crown Plaza allegedly at 4 a.m. on their footage. When everybody and their fucking mothers know that this footage is edited, fake, overlaid, superimposed, composited, several days of recording. Oh, no. We all know this took place.
Oh, that's
so
good.
I don't know how anyone.
Oh, good. Still good. Hello. Can y'all hear me? What's up, y'all? Y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? Ooh. All right. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? All right, she's basically coming. She's trying to fix her sound volume. So she's coming, y'all. How's everybody been doing? I know y'all can hear me, but I can't see the comments, the chat. Let me see. Comments. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. I'm doing good. Blessed. Can't complain. Yep, good. Can't complain. Have y'all heard about the Diddy? Have y'all been hearing what's been going on about the Diddy? I know y'all have. Man, he in trouble, y'all. He's in trouble. He finally got caught. And I'm happy. Cause it took all these years, 14, 15 years to catch this man. All the things he done to people.
Hey, can you hear me, baby?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Fuck. Thank you. All right, my baby just did it. Hold on, y'all. All right, let me put you on mute, and I'm gonna come right back. Thank you guys for holding on. I'm so sorry. I had to figure that out. My bad. Hold on, guys. Go ahead, Mom. You talk about Diddy for us just a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they said Diddy ain't the big news. The big news is who comes next. The next, right? Well, you know what? Diddy, you're right. He ain't just the big news. Trump is the big news. But anyway, look what he's doing. He's trying to put Jay-Z and a few other celebrities out there. You know, Will Smith is another one, y'all, for these last few years now. Will Smith is another one. They need to be put behind bars. He'll be next too. Shoot. Mm-hmm. Will Smith is another one. But my thing, y'all, is it's just crazy how, you know, celebrities feel like they can get away with stuff because of their name, because of their image and the power that they hold, you know, behind their name, behind their career. You know, this is a prime example that if not, you know, if Diddy got caught, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and the rest of them, eventually you're gonna get caught up. I don't care how clever, how rich, how powerful you are, you're gonna get caught up eventually. God don't like ugly, and God don't bless no mess. But anyway,
I'm sorry, baby. Hey, first of all, thank you so much, Muppet. Thank you. Lestine, I wanted to let you know, baby, that when you tried to come up on the platform, it said that your device wasn't connected. So if you want to try to do it again, please come back in and we could try it again, because I don't think I was trying to let you up. I couldn't bring you up. It said you weren't connected. And I was having a problem with my audio, y'all. I was freaking out in here. I'm like, damn, it's my first time going live on StreamYard and all this time, and I can't even get my shit together. But my baby boy held it down for me. So thank you so much, Muppet. I appreciate you, baby.
Got you.
But you can go ahead and talk about Diddy. Go ahead.
No, we can talk about the topic that you want to talk about. I'm ready whenever you are.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. First and foremost, bruh was a little tired, so he wanted us to start it at 8 so he can get some rest. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting until 8 o'clock, but it looks like you guys still waited to 8 o'clock because I was having difficulties for 30 minutes. but my intent was to start on time. I didn't want to have you guys waiting after me not going live in so many days. I didn't want to say I was going live and then push it back and have you guys waiting. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Like I said, I ain't been on this bitch in so long. I haven't been on live in so long, especially ain't been on StreamYard in so long. There's a lot of stuff going on this little computer too, so I couldn't figure it out. But thank goodness it's taken care of now. But yeah, the P. Diddy thing is pretty wild. I must say that I typically don't get caught up in anything like this because I always know when something big and major happens, like a smoke screen for an entertainment, it's always something way bigger going on. And I try to not, what's up, they said TV, baby. I try to not get caught up in entertainment, gossip, entertainment, news, or anything.
Right.
However, this is more political. You guys don't know the politics. If you, well, I'm not gonna say you don't know, but this is political. This shit with Diddy is political. It ain't music. So I'm fully engulfed in it. I'm fully immersed in it because I'm realizing it's political. Because a lot of this stuff has a lot to do with politics and black people's votes and rock the vote stuff that the campaign he had, y'all. It goes really, really deep. It's crazy. It's a lot of stuff going on with this case, guys, and it's so political. But what's up, Charity, baby? Yeah. So yeah, it's a mess. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been up. When I tell y'all I've been up geeking out on this crazy mess. I've been up watching video after video, like totally listening to people. But you know, when I'm watching something, I ain't just watching for what they saying. I'm listening for all kind of stuff. I'm like, this ain't what it is. This ain't what it is.
Right.
So I've been on one of those, but that's how I do it. So, but yeah, it's crazy. Y'all, it's
That
really crazy.
But that video now, that's some strong evidence. That's, he's a coward. He's a punk. Any man that's willing to quick to fight a woman first before they fight a man is a punk. Because he wouldn't do that to no other man. Besides toss, play with their salad, toss their salad. But that was jacked up though. The way he dragged her and she was trying to escape, yeah, that was bad.
Do y'all know what I keep thinking about? It totally scares me. I'm finna paint a picture for you guys and tell me if you guys will be scared. They're saying he had these freak offs, right? These freak offs could last from 2 to 3 days. They would rent the 2 top level penthouses of these hotels for their little favorite little freak off sessions. They would get every suite on the floor. They would come in, y'all, make you get naked. You got to come up out your clothes and you have a freak filled, drug fueled, hazy weekend.
Hell no.
Where it's sex and baby oil everywhere. You could not eat. All you could do was drink champagne, drink water, and drink Darien, or whatever the hell his liquor is. And they would be in a drug-filled haze for days. They even describe how people came out looking all zombied and nurses coming in with IVs, administering IVs to people. Y'all, that sounds like purgatory to me.
That's rape too.
That is hands down the scariest shit I could ever conceive of, being caught in something like that and can't leave. And you gotta participate. Because guess what? The puppet master behind the cameras, he watching everything everybody doing, and he probably the only person in there that ain't freaked out. He want to make sure everybody get freaked out. Make sure y'all listen. They talking about, they said that this man was giving people a horse. They've been putting horse tranquilizers in the cocaine because it makes your body loose for anal sex. It's this deep, y'all. It's this deep, y'all. I said, you know what? After they said that, y'all, I said, you know what? I think I'm good on this. I don't even want to know no more. I do not want to know. It's too much. And it is way bigger, y'all. Way bigger. And when I tell y'all, this is so close to Epstein. What happened to Epstein down to the fucking facility, the suicide watch. Everything they saying about this man got me feeling away like something might happen with this man, y'all. And listen, I don't know what Puffy did. I actually believe most of the allegations about him. I actually do believe that he's a monster in real life. But that don't make me want this man to go nowhere and lose his life. That's not how I'm built. I'm not built that way, even though there's allegations of him doing things. People lost their lives. But I don't want to wake up and they say they found this man somewhere, belly up somewhere, and we never get the truth.
Well,
And we never get the truth. Same way that Epstein's supposed to been belly up, and we never even known if that was him or not, y'all. It's deep, but it's way more going on. So what I would say is, y'all keep your eye on it, because it's definitely political, and it's too close to election time. It's way too close to election time for this to be happening. It's too much for me.
it is too much. You know, it's a lot of things going on. But what I will say is that we have to remember that I can't think of the other male celebrity name that was in a similar situation like Diddy was, but you got to remember he's in what is it? He's they have him in a cell. They have him away because his he's on high. You know, he's on high alert. Like he's not only a danger to himself, but so there's a possibility that they may end up killing him and just make it seem like he hung himself. But you have to also remember, I also agree with you. I don't wish death on nobody, but it's either when he goes to trial, because he got denied bond 2 times, y'all, denied twice. He got denied twice. When he go to trial, either he get life or he get the death penalty. But this is karma, though. This is karma. So I don't feel sorry for, him, because look what and I'll tell you why y'all don't feel sorry for him. Because when they raided his house in California, Miami, and they got the drugs and stuff, they got, he let his kids take the fall for the drugs and the sex ring and all that other stuff. I would never respect the person that would dare put their kids in danger. No child should have to experience and go through that. That was dead wrong. And he left like a coward he is and went hiding so his kids could take the wrath. But not only this, y'all, check this out. He's sleeping with his older son. That was also put out there from his son. So how could you sleep with your
I
own
never
kids?
heard that. Now for me, Muppet, I'm gonna say this. I've never heard that. I don't know if I believe that at all, but I've never heard it. I've never heard it. And this is what I would say about that. If that's a true statement, that stuff that would be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere. And I've never heard it. But it doesn't mean it's not happening, and it doesn't mean it hadn't been said. But I've never heard that. And
right.
God,
Well, his son had did an interview. That's why right, because I go by facts too. But his son had did an interview. I don't know if it was a few months ago, but I remember his son had did an interview, and his son was basically, he had no choice. He was the feds, when they was interviewing him, he said this is what was going down, that was going down. The kids told it all. But just the other, I don't know if it was a few weeks ago or last month, the month or two, his twin daughters, remember y'all, the twin baby girls that he has, they even said that he was pimping them to celebrities, and that, the modeling career, they were being sold. These babies said it from their mouth. So
that's crazy.
I can't feel sorry for a man, even though he's human and nobody's perfect but God. But I don't feel sorry for the things that may happen to him, because if you willing to hurt your own kids and you willing to, my thing is, if you're going to be a criminal, be a criminal, but don't you ever bring your kids involved in that lifestyle of yours. That is not a choice. That's not fair to them. Let your kids make their own decision. But I would never put my kids in danger. And I'm going to be honest with you. Any family I had that lived a double life, and I'm including my sister, she never put my nieces and nephews in danger. She had them nowhere around when she was doing what she was doing. Much respect to her and to other, people that are living a double life. That's why I don't, and then you got to remember, if you're not guilty, why are you running? If his man is so innocent, why did he run? Okay, so the attorney that he got, he's so stupid because the attorney just taking his money. They just taking your money. They know that you screwed, you fried. The judge is not going. No, he's trapped. And my thing is, if they're gonna punish R. Kelly and Bill Cosby, they need to punish his ass too. Anybody who's because my thing is, if that's what you like, get your freak on, but don't do it with underage people, or don't try to bribe or date rape somebody. That is something serious for you to try to if you put in, I don't care if the person likes to drink or not. If you're putting something in a person's drinking and unaware of it, that is rape.
Right.
That is illegal.
But let me ask you a question. Are you able to see the comments?
Oh,
No. Okay.
yeah, I see them now. The models are high price escorts, call girls,
Okay.
hoes, and
So do you
prostitutes.
see because it's highlighted on the channel, or can you see all of the comments as they're coming up?
Because it's highlighted on the channel.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm trying to show you guys the comments that are coming up, and it's a way to do that. So I'm trying to figure that out right now. Hold on.
Please believe it's for real. They said react. Right. They said react.
Display. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
Maxwell, right. Diddy is the sacrificial lamb. And also, y'all, I also want to, I'm going to talk to T Slay about it, y'all, because this is very interesting. But a person that's in connection with Diddy, not in a bad way, but Jaguar Wright, she also has been exposing a lot of things. Now, do I think that she is overreacting with certain things? Yes. But she also has been exposing a lot of stuff and on this internet show, on this YouTube show. But like T Slay said, it's very powerful, it's very strong. The stuff that Diddy was doing is very powerful. Mind y'all, yes, a lot of people were scared of him because he was a powerful man. Now, the reason why I know about this stuff is because I'm from New York. Let's be very clear. Little Kim, I know Little Kim, my people. I know Little Kim. I know Nicki Minaj. I know Jay-Z from Brooklyn, from Westbrook. I know all of them. So I know the stories and heard stuff that was going on. Okay. Now, back then, it wasn't being exposed as much because you got to remember, in those times back then, it was what happens in this house stays in this house. But now that we live in a different era, a lot of things are starting to come to the light and starting to be exposed. So my thing is that it's not just a celebrity. We need to get people like him off. Then what person is going to bribe another celebrity and threaten them because they want their goodies? You think Justin Bieber lied? Justin Bieber told in his music he broke. He took all of Justin Bieber's money. Okay, why do you think Justin Bieber just testified the day before yesterday against this man and the things that he had Justin Bieber do? And he also, Justin Bieber also was a pass around in the industry when he got with Diddy.
Well, now I did hear some stuff. I did hear that Justin Bieber was one of his victims. I didn't hear anything about him talking to the feds yet. But if I was a betting woman, I say that a lot of them probably have. I would even say that some of them probably have voluntarily gone just to get what they need to get off and to say what they need to say because.
But I also correct. Yes, that is true. I do agree that certain ones they want that fame. They will, some of them are down for that. But my thing is that with Justin Bieber though, you also have to remember but you know what? He's young. And Diddy is more older. So when you're dealing with a person that is older than you, clearly the older person most of the time is more wiser. So whatever he promised Justin, you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Justin is, he is a possibility that he's not innocent. But what I'm saying is because he probably is not innocent in certain things in this. But what I will say is that you should never have to drug nobody. You should never have to do the things. If you want to help somebody, you're going to help them. It doesn't matter if you're in a sexual explicit relationship with them or not. If you're going to help them, you're going to help them. But why help these people by drugging them and also by threatening them and then taking their money? It's not right. So it just shows that there's issues, and we have issues in the industry, in this world, in our community. But also look what he did to Usher. I know Usher too. Usher's mom trusted Diddy years ago when he was young, and look what happened. That's the truth. That's actually a real story. That happened to Usher. Usher was sexually abused and underage at the time when this was going on. He wasn't even 16 yet. He was 13. So that he should have been Diddy should have been in jail then. I don't know if he paid Usher off or tried whatever it was, hush money, but I do know for a fact that situation is true. And not only that, Usher also was testifying and also brought it up in a there was on a Martha and Snoop show, they was all sitting at the table. P. Diddy was there. Usher was still, you see how uncomfortable he was? Did you see the remarks and comments he made? It's to let people, he remembers. And the way Diddy tried to play it, you see what I'm saying? That was wrong. You took advantage of that boy. You messed that boy minds up. And as people like that, my thing is this. It's not an issue. If you like what you like what you like. But when you reach the age of 18, that's different. But when a person is underage and not able to take full responsibility of themselves, who either don't know how to wipe their ass or who's still pissing in the bed, you taking advantage of that person.
Truly indeed. So my suggestion is I'm gonna keep my eye on it because I know it's more political than anything. Hey, I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm not gonna be surprised about anything that comes forth. Cat Williams said it best. He said it's time up for everybody. Everything gonna mix.
That nigga crooked too. Yeah, he crooked too. Cat Williams is crooked too. Yeah, that's kind of a little crooked, but yeah, but I agree though.
But see, I actually deal with Cat. What's up, Paula Taylor? I actually deal with Cat. I haven't heard anything too bad about Cat. And I've done some research on him. He a lot of stuff that the street said about Cat wasn't true. I ended up finding that out. But I mean, you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. You never know, and then you have to think, you know what? What a great way to segue into the topic, the subject matter. Let's talk about content creators and truthful information and how people perceive information that they read online.
Correct.
That's a good way to do it.
Oh yes, let's get into that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so let me say this. First of all, feels good to be back talking to you guys. Been away for a good little while, got a lot done, a lot accomplished, but I definitely missed being live. I definitely miss being on here with you guys. More than a few of you have reached out to me. I've been communicating with a couple of the mods on different cases, and I appreciate every single time you guys send me any information, whether it's an email, a text message, a case. Please don't think for one moment that I'm intentionally not looking at something. I do get a lot of email and I get a lot of text messages, and I try my best to go through them and address them, and I try to reach out to people as often as I can. So I want you to think that I'm not, not paying attention. And if I haven't gotten around to it, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna get around to it, right? So that's first and foremost. But I do want to cover a couple of things. The Where the Party At series. I want to talk about that series. I myself enjoyed the hell out of that series. If I wasn't one of the facilitators, I would have been just a spectator sitting back. I would have loved to sit back and watch that series develop, because I think that we did a great job on that series. It wasn't just Fred and I. A lot of you guys commented, added in information, sent information, done footwork, behind the scenes, talked to me. I've had extensive conversations, hours and hours of dialogue with so many of y'all. And you guys know that I do that. Y'all know y'all can call me and we'll talk for hours about this shit. Even when we don't agree, we'll still go on. We'll go on and on and on and on. And I don't mind doing it. But I'm gonna tell you what's disheartening for me. It's disheartening for me when you put it like this. Let me get my words together. All right. So the Where the Party At series was well thought out. Each and every part of the series was well thought out. It wasn't nothing that we threw together. Not one single episode was thrown together. The only things that we didn't really plan for was the open chats. And at those times, people had questions. It was new people joining. I wanted to make sure that nobody was getting left behind. I wanted people to ask questions and make sure that you guys were following the dialogue and understand what we're talking about. I did those open chats for people to just catch up and to stay abreast. Now here lies the problem. If you listen to a channel like this channel, and you listen to another channel that's in total contradiction to this channel, you're going to find yourself confused. You're going to have a solid understanding, or at least have a foundation of what you believe took place. And it doesn't matter if it's something you got here, something you got elsewhere, or something you had on your own. You have to stand on your own level of understanding on this. The series was laid out the way that it was laid out to give you guys a better understanding of the ins and outs of what took place that a lot of content creators didn't go over with you guys. That's the reason why we did the series how we did it. The content that we went over in that series was not content that I went anywhere and took from anyone. I didn't take anything from anyone. The stuff that I wrote out to you guys, or that we wrote out to you guys on this series, was stuff that I understood and thought I discovered in my own understanding of what took place. Had I known the shit that I figured out during the series a long time ago, I'd have been way down the road further than where we were when we started the damn series. A lot of stuff, and it was weird because as the series started to unfold, a lot of you guys was like, damn, I remember that. I remember that phone call. I remember when this person said that. Oh, I remember that. And it made me feel good because it let me know that you guys remembered what went on. And you also knew that I wasn't just throwing no shit together. It wasn't nothing being thrown together. This is stuff that we really researched. Now, going back to what I said, if you listen to this page and go to another page, I'm going to say it beating on my chest. You're going backward. You're going backward. Period. That's my opinion and my level of understanding of how I feel about the case. If I felt like another content creator had information that I could grow from, I'd be watching them. Because guess what? I know that I don't know everything about this case. There's absolutely no way for me to know everything because I wasn't there. I wasn't there. Everything that we put together, it was pieced together. It was painstakingly pieced together. It was analyzed. It was looked over. Videos were watched. Conversations were had. Hours and hours and hours of conversations with Fred the Jig. They Said TV, Muppet Man, Nene, Lord Jesus, me and Nene talk hours and hours and hours. It's Young Shane on the ground with feet on the ground. I don't want to miss nobody. If it's anybody else that did anything, I'm not looking over you. I'm just talking. I'm just giving out names that I see. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is it was put together painstakingly. You guys know the track record. You guys see what's going on. Some shit that's being said about this girl is just straight outlandish. And I don't know how anyone listens to it. But then some people say the same thing about T Slay. I don't know how anybody listening to her. Well, compare this work to the work that they're listening to. Compare it. Take any video that we did on this channel and compare it to any video anybody else done and tell me what level of understanding you'll get from it. Now, if you have preconceived ideas of what you believe took place, you know what that would do? You'll be like, I don't know what she's talking about because you already got preconceived ideas. But if you go in knowing that this case is already messed up, the video footage is phony, the friends is lying, the parents lying, the city corrupt, the police lying, the corner full of shit. You see what They Said React said? Some people do it for entertainment. And if you're watching it for entertainment. That's all you're doing is getting entertained. Because for the life of me, I don't know how everybody in the family killed her. I don't know how every friend set her up. I don't know how Friends Cave killed her, Macho killed her, the beverage manager killed her, the police killed her, Lenora killed her, J Money killed her, Teresa set her up, Monifa did it, the gang members did it. Everybody under the sun has been blamed for this girl's death. What's up, Cody Wody? Everybody's being blamed. Everybody can't be blamed. You can't blame this on everyone. But some people are all over the place. Now, I also caught wind of people taking a little bit too much pleasure out of thinking that T Slay was gone. And just for the fuck of it, I'm not going nowhere just to aggravate some motherfuckers because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run my little mouth about this case till I get tired because you pissed me off when I was trying to take a break and leave it alone, but you wouldn't let my name go. So guess what? I'm going to still pop my shit about this case and aggravate the fuck out of y'all, and y'all still going to watch. And not y'all over here, the Bush babies. The bitches in the bushes. The bitches in the bushes that didn't like me when I was running your dude's channel, when none of y'all couldn't get a word in edgewise because he gave me the platform, because I deserve the platform. Let's just state facts here. Since y'all want to pop shit when I can't talk, I'm going to run my shit now. The reason why I was the only mod on his channel, because I was the only person worthy of a fucking wrench. Because you know what y'all did? You sat back and done nothing. And the only way for y'all to get a voice was for me to leave. So you should be glad I left. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be talking now. Because you wasn't never going to stand up beside me and talk no shit to me. You wasn't going to talk no shit to me because you can't. You can't tangle with me. You can't. Verbally couldn't tangle with me at all. Surely can't outthink me. All you can do is insult. Meantime, in between time, I'm over here trying to help this little girl. And you bitches popping shit in the background, not saying nothing. With a fucking fool who running y'all in circles. It's a circus. It's a fucking circus. But since I aggravate y'all so much, and y'all was hoping T-Slay would shut up, I'm really gonna run my mouth. I'm really, and y'all gonna watch. And you're gonna learn too. Because guess what I realized? You bitches watch. Y'all fans because y'all be repeating my shit. How about that? You a fan, you a fan, you a fan. If I can do a little skip backward dance, I do a little skip backward dance, but I can't do. Now hold on 1 second. And another thing. The content creator has nothing bad to say about me because I've done nothing to him. Nothing. We had a difference of opinion. That's it. And out of respect, I left. Y'all should be glad I left. Now you got a voice. Now he'll listen to you, Callie Breezy. What's up, Quandalin? What's up, boo? So Callie Breezy, Callie Breeze, Callie bitch, this buzz for you. If you got so much to say about Slay, we could have a conversation on my platform. A real debate about this case. Let's talk. Instead of popping shit behind my back, let's talk. I'll be cordial. I'll let you come up. Then I'll make a fool out of you. So I'm warning you. I'm warning you. But if you want to tango with me, we can. Okay. Now that I've gotten that out, now let's do a recap. Or should I say, Muppet Man, you can unmute your mic because your thing muted, baby, and I don't have you muted.
Oh yeah, I had muted myself because I know you was talking and anything.
Oh, okay, baby. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, so now that I've been ugly and had to cuss and say mean stuff, it's just been a minute, y'all. I've been minding my business. I've been minding my business. I literally been busy handling my business, work, family, taking a break, really going through withdrawal from not being on here. Really been trying to stay off the internet, really trying to mind my own damn business and put some time into my business. But you know what? When it's in your heart to do, you can't deny what's in your heart. And on top of that, I've been getting some very interesting emails from a source of help. You know what? I can't stand this one. This one here, baby. This is my baby right here, y'all. This is my other son. Y'all, I'm letting y'all know. This is my other son. I don't know if I'm old enough to have had him, but I'm gonna go ahead and claim him.
Cody Taylor.
Cody. Goddamn Cody Wody. That's
that Cody.
So I see what Kelly Stitches is saying. KJ showed me the pool. Also, since you're watching, we know. Okay. They won't let you be. No, they won't. They will not let me be. And it's so sad, y'all, because I should do better. I literally should do better. I literally should just ignore it. I literally should ignore it. But why should I ignore it? Why? Because the topic of conversation seems to be me. Why? I thought this was about Kenneka. It's weird. It's giving weird. And I know they listening now. It's 23 people up in here and ain't but probably about 10 of y'all saying something. So it's 13 Bush babies right now listening. And I'm willing to bet 2 or 3 of them is from over there. Or more. But y'all some coward bitches. Because y'all ain't going to say nothing to me. You ain't going to bust a grape. You ain't finna get up in the comments. You ain't coming on the... I'll let you come on the panel. Because I want to verbally assault your ass. And you know I will. Y'all didn't like me when I was over there. Y'all said I talked too much. But guess what? He was listening and learning. You bitches was hating. You could have been learning too. Now you over there on the carousel ride, over there now going in fucking circles, and you ain't going no damn where. And only you can get some information is if I'm over here talking. So I came back for y'all, really. No man left behind. But y'all dumbasses. And this video gonna stay up. Monetization or not. I don't care nothing about it. But anyway, so yeah, Charity, I'm on one tonight, baby. I'm sorry. It's sad because I ain't been on here in so long. And I'm just sitting here. And you know what's crazy? I've been so fucking peaceful. I've been at so much peace. And then on top of that, I'm being ugly when I got somebody that's really, really helping me right now. I got a person that I don't even know who the person is that's helping me in a tremendous way. Y'all, they are digitally enhancing everything that I'm asking them to digitally enhance. And it would frighten you if y'all knew the shit that I've been finding out. I can't even show it to y'all yet because I don't even know how to explain it. So there is new information. I've got new information. And this ain't no cap. No cap at all. But I gotta find out a way. I gotta find a way to properly present it to you guys because I don't want to confuse anyone. And right now, it's a little confusing for me. So I won't jump at the opportunity to share it until I'm able to properly show it to you guys. But it's underway, y'all, from a source, an angelic source. You just have no idea. They've taken and digitally enhanced videos that we've made. They've enhanced videos, freezer photos. The shit will scare you. I was frightened with what I saw. I didn't even want to look at no more. I'm glad you did, Charity. You got a whole lot of sense. I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't understand. I don't understand how nobody couldn't understand this series. I don't understand how anybody could be confused at this point. I was talking to Muppet today, and since Bruh's not up here, Muppet's up here. I think Bruh might be a little tired, but Muppet and I were just talking for about a good 30 minutes before, probably a little bit longer than that, before the video we started the live, and he and I was having a very interesting conversation. And if I'm gonna go into the conversation that we were having, Muppet, I was talking to Muppet, and I had mentioned to him, and I said, Muppet, you know, it's puzzling to me how people can still be confused. And I said, until this moment, right now in time, no one has ever presented one single shred of evidence of Kenneka ever being at this hotel. And allow me to explain. And have an open mind. Have an open mind and hear me out. Have an open mind and hear me out. Thank you, Charity. We've got news footage that came from alleged video footage. We have footage that Rosemont released on the website. We have FOIA released footage. We've got snippets of information that's changed over time. We've got fake lives. We've got edited hallway footages. We've got fucking fake freezer photos. We got all this fake stuff. We got what we've considered voice overlays based on the audio part and how close she sounds to the mic. We've talked about this. We talked about all of this. Don't need to go over this shit again. And with all I'm telling you, we don't have Kenneka on anything. And the most unsettling part is we don't have anything from her from this weekend. Not a video, not a post, not a damn thing from this girl. And you know what we do have? That very last post that she made, which I'm going to put it on the screen. And it was made on September the 7th. That's the last thing we have. And I don't understand how people still want to say it was her. Oh, I think she was there. Oh, they brought her in. They brought her in dead. They moved her around the hotel. I keep telling y'all, this ain't even a real freezer photo. See, because I at one point believed that she at least walked in and got snatched. I at one point believed they might have brought her in deceased and took pictures on the real floor. I believed that at one point. And then I found out that wasn't even true. The freezer photos are fake. For fuck's sake. I go through the trouble of creating all of these illustrations, all of these videos showing you guys how they did this shit over and over and over again. Do you guys know the kind of time that I put into making these videos? And no one asked. Y'all didn't ask for this shit. I'm letting you know how much I wanted to prove to y'all what was going on. I'm telling y'all this because I wanted to show y'all how they were manipulating us. I did this for us as well as her. You guys have to understand all of this was manipulated. I'm showing you the manipulation. You matter of fact, and Muppet, I'm gonna let you come in, but I'm gonna just show y'all a couple of the videos just to recap to let y'all see what's really going on. I know y'all seen them before, but I need y'all to really pay attention to what's going on. It's so much information out there that lets you guys know that none of this shit is real. The whole kitchen scene is fake. The whole kitchen scene, everything you've seen in the kitchen is fake. The whole shit is fake. That ain't even the right kitchen they're in. They've modified this. They're doing a green screen that ain't even the same area. It's so much information out there, mainly the Pharaoh scans. I'm going to talk to y'all about the Pharaoh scans because I don't know how else to make this make sense to y'all. Now, they said TV said that I overcomplicate stuff, and she said that they said TV said this. She said, Slay, you talk about stuff that not that people don't want to talk about, but the stuff you want to talk about is complicated. You could talk about something way less complicated and it'll make more sense. And I'm like, wait a minute, what do you mean? The Pharaoh scan. Thank you, baby. There you go, baby. There you go, Charity. You know what? There. That's it. That's it, Charity. That's it. I ain't got shit else to say. You said it, Charity. I ain't got nothing else to say. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Your comment gonna stay up there. It's gonna stay up there because that's the truth. And you know what, Muppet? You just said the same thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you just say the same thing to me, like word for word?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So Muppet, at this point right here, let me just ask you a question. At this juncture right here, I want to ask you what you got out of the series, and what is your thought process now that the series is over, and how you feeling today?
What I got basically all the answers that I wanted. Thanks to T Slay and Fred the Jig. Thank y'all. Because when the case first came out, I knew there was a lot of discrepancies and a lot of lies. But T Slay and Fred the Jig was able to break it down. And how I feel about it, I feel good about it now. Now that we took the time to study and go over this and do our research and put the pieces of the puzzle together, I feel good. But I also feel like, respectfully, that people should stop watching other YouTubers that you see speaking falsely and making up lies about Kenneka and her family, and then coming back to T Slay and trying to report it. Don't do that, because what you're doing at that point is you're contradicting yourself. Okay. Now, if you know the truth, if you figured it out, if she put the pieces of the puzzle, she's doing it step by step, one by one, then that's your answer. Now, unless you don't believe what she's saying, then maybe this is not the channel for you. But if you have a question, okay, got it. If you have a question, or let's say if you disagree with T Slay, then I'm pretty sure that you can just talk to her behind, this is just, I'm putting this out there in general, y'all. This is not to target nobody. I'm just saying anybody that disagrees with what she say, have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes as a YouTuber, when you are explaining things and you are putting the receipts and facts out there, and a person, is just not clearly not getting it, then it just it doesn't make sense.
Right. And I want to jump in too. And I say, what's up, Fred the Jig, baby? And I want to jump in and say this as well.
What's up, Fred?
And I want to let you guys know that I have talked to so many people. Y'all don't have no idea. Me and Cody, I'm gonna put you on Front Street, baby, because I know you can take it. Cody and I barely see anything the same way. Cody knows it. Cody knows it. Me and him don't agree on shit, but we never disagree. Because you know what happens when he and I are talking, and he'd be like, I felt like she was at the Crown Plaza. And he'll pop his stuff. And guess what? I let him talk. I don't think she was ever there. He feels like that she probably was there. Guess what? That's your opinion. I know when I have to stop. I know when I'm bumping my head up against the wall. I know when I'm bumping my head up against the wall, and I know when to stop. So that's what I do. So, and I don't get mad about it, because what I realize is this: you have to respect everyone's opinion. You got to do it. If I'm asking people to respect what I'm saying, I got to respect theirs. And one of y'all called me, and you know what? It was Cody. Cody called me out. He said, you know what? He said, T Slay, you always talking about you respect somebody's opinion, but then you say something they saying dumb. It don't make sense. You ain't respecting nobody's opinion. And I said, damn, Cody, you right. I did say it was dumb, but I didn't mean it like that. He said, well, that's how you said it. I said, you know what? You right. So me and him, we go, me and him, we bump. But we always agree to disagree. And our core connection is we both care about Kenneka, and we both want to know what happened. We both want to know what happened to her. And that's the thing that keeps us connected, and it won't let me get mad at all. Because guess what? I've been on many platforms with many people that didn't agree with me. I was with the other content creator, the one that I'm having the issue with the people on his platform. I was over there with him, and I didn't agree with half the stuff he said. So you know what I did? I avoided those conversations with him, because it was so much about this case you can discuss. You don't have to ever disagree with nobody about nothing. There's so many elements. We talk about so much stuff. But what's up, baby boy? Fred, what's going on, sweetheart?
What's goody, sis? How y'all feeling?
We fine.
Yeah,
I know you was probably tired, baby. I said, Lord, I know he tired. And I just didn't want to go live late because we hadn't been on it so long, and I didn't know how people were going to come on here or who wanted to, I didn't want to let nobody down. And I ended up having an audio problem for like 20 whole minutes. So we ended up going live at 8 anyway. So, but thanks to Muppet Man, he held it down for me, because I was having audio problems. I messed around trying to cut the mic on and cut the internet signal off, had to come back on.
Oh, Lord.
But I didn't lose the stream. I came right back into the stream and yard. So it was really cool, because I didn't lose anybody, and I was so happy. So thank y'all for thugging with me through that as well. But bro, I want to ask you a question too. So how you feel, baby? I mean, I know me and you talked about it, but because I want to kind of air out some stuff that I heard recently since we've been gone. Yes, just some stuff that's going on in the on YouTube community. But I know you feel like the Where the Party At series was pretty much successful.
Yeah, I feel like it was definitely successful. I the only thing I still want to do is a little bit more with Kelly Stitches and you and me, and just collaborating on, you know what I mean, on pretty much on Bree getting KJ up into the Marriott. You know what I mean? Who helped her? Was it before? Did she do that before she grabbed Maya? You know what I mean? We found, we had found out that Maya was when Maya had made that text message to Bree was earlier than what we expected. Remember? There were certain things that I wanna go over all of that together still. Because I feel like it's still more pieces inside of that.
Yes, and you know what? I'm gonna make sure that I note that because you didn't get the opportunity to do that, and that's very important. And it also segues into something that Muppet Man and I was just talking about. Okay. And I want to say that Nene and I, it might have been Muppet, it might have been Nene. I don't remember who it was. It was one of them. But we were talking about it. We were talking about the possibility. Oh, I think that would have been Muppet Man. Okay, the possibility of the girl in all black being Kenneka. It might have been Nene, one of y'all. Nene, if it was you, say it was you. Muppet, it was you. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was me. I think. Yeah, it was me.
Okay. All right. So this is how we got to that, right? So we were talking about the fact that. Okay. So Muppet said, he said, I don't know how people don't realize that this happened at the Marriott, because he said that in the beginning of the case, the Marriott was a topic of conversation. I told him I never heard about the Marriott in the beginning of this case. I only heard about the Crown Plaza. I heard about the Marriott with Kenneth Tart them, but never nothing about Kenneka and no damn Marriott. Because if I ever heard about the Marriott at that time, I'd have been trying to figure it out then, but I did not. So I ended up seeing Beach Beauty's video and I saw 54 Keys video, but I still didn't know how to connect that to the Crown Plaza because it was definitely a different hotel, right? So, so now that we're thinking about it, I said to myself, I said, you know what? I said, now that I know that Ty Rowland's live wasn't a live, it was a collection of videos that they put together to look like a live. I said, and now I'm also realizing that part of that live was made at the Marriott. I'm starting to ask a question that another content creator that I have a lot of respect for and love for, honey. Love this man, Chaos Sector, honey. Chaos Sector, one of the best that ever did it. And when he was on the case years ago, he was adamant that the girl in the chair in the all black was Kenneka. Now, let me tell you why I didn't believe that. I didn't believe it was Kenneka in the chair because I believe Kenneka never made it upstairs to the hotel room in the first damn place. So that shit about Kenneka being in the chair at the Crown Plaza, I said I don't believe that. I think Kenneka didn't make it to the upstairs. But now in hindsight, I'm realizing that part of the video was at the Marriott.
Marriott, fast, yeah.
So now that I'm realizing that was created in the Marriott, now I'm saying, damn, could that have been her? Because now I know that she made it to the Marriott. Now, I know she made it to the Marriott, but here lies our dilemma, bro. And I told you this, and Stella and Kelly, you know this too. I told you guys, I said, I can't speak on whether she ever made it on the inside because the information I got was that it left her outside. I never knew nothing about going inside that hotel. Therefore, I never considered that being her in that chair. Now, now that everything is coming together and I had time to really sit back and think it out over these last 10 days, I said to myself, I said, damn, they kept on saying Kenneka had on a black jacket. All right, we got Kenneka in the back seat of a car with a black jacket on, and she looks fucking deceased. Can't nobody deny that. The girl looks deceased. I'm gonna put it on the wall and let y'all take a look at it. She looks deceased in the fucking picture. Now, Jay Money is saying that she had on a black Adidas jacket. Lenore says she had on a black Adidas jacket. The girl in the chair got on all black. Y'all, the shit go together. In some kind of way, it goes together. It goes together. Now, am I 100% sold on it? I ain't say I was 100% sold on it. But I do know that Ty Rowland did them videos for a couple of days, and I do know that he shot some of his videos at the Marriott. And now that I'm knowing that, this is what my thought process is saying now. So y'all can talk about that. Go ahead.
Right. That's what I was saying. That's why when I first brought that up to y'all, I was like, no, when this case was first put out there, you got to remember it was footage already. There was footage out there about the Marriott. It was never no footage. That Crown Plaza footage wasn't really out there the way the Marriott footage was out there. But you got to also remember when the Crown Plaza was planning to do that reenactment and stuff and needed time to figure out what they was gonna, whatever the story that they was gonna come up with to confuse us or whatever. That's and the news and them and everybody hurry up, whoever the crooked people hurry up and got rid of that footage, because you got to remember, what's the girl name? Shakira, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, Shakira Garrett was releasing. She was teasing us. They were teasing us when they were showing pictures of Kenneka in the car. And we got to remember, Shakira was one of her best friends, and Kenneka really hung out with Shakira more than she hung out with anybody else. Now, there was footage, y'all. If you do your timeline, your research, there was footage of Shakira signing in. You'll see Bree coming in. It was a lot of people coming into that Marriott. And then there was a footage, whoever was at the party, whatever child, somebody released it to the public, and the public, whoever didn't want that to be released, hurry up and got rid of it. But there was some people that was smart enough to screen record that video and keep it. Kenneka was in that chair, and there was a girl on top of her, and Kenneka, you could see the expression on her face of saying, "Get off of me." She was trying to get out of it. Mind y'all, what y'all don't know is that that's not even the beginning of it. When she was at the party in out west, she was dogged out. So then to be dogged out again, you know what I'm saying? She was dogged out. Now, for those who are not sure about who have killed her, we all know who killed her, or at least who played a role, Monifa. But Monifa was the mastermind. Okay? Because you got to remember, if you put all the facts together, if you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, she was jealous of her. She didn't want Kenneka hanging around no other female but her. She also liked Kenneka in that way. And then on top of that, she was very, she was very jealous. They had a lot of falling outs. So if you really look at the case and you look at those receipts, those facts, you're like, damn. Not only that, Monifa laughed and said, "Yeah, I did it, and what y'all gonna do about it?" She put it out there boldly that she did it and was laughing and was fun of it. So that means that she never cared for Kenneka the way that she was portraying that she did.
Well, you know what? This is what I'm gonna say to piggyback off of what you're saying. I can't necessarily say that Monifa played a part in Kenneka's death. I can definitely say she got the ball rolling on what eventually ended up being her death. I can definitely say that, but I'm gonna tell you what I do definitely agree with. Monifa said it herself. Monifa made very incriminating statements herself when she went live and said, "Yeah, we fell out because I don't like bitches." She said that, right? So hold on, y'all. And Kelly in the chat now. Kelly in the chat right now. So she said, we fell out because I don't like bitches. And what I think that insinuated, and we could play that video as well, just listen to that. I think that what she was telling Kenneka was she just kind of wanted Kenneka to herself. Like, when I was in high school, I was a very popular girl. I was very popular. I ain't trying to be funny. Homecoming queen, no lie. I'm just giving y'all some information on me. And I had some really weird friends. And when I say I had weird friends, is I had a friend that lived across the street from me, and she was my friend, my real friend. She was across the street from me. We were best friends. She lived across the street. Now, I had other friends that thought they were my best friend too in school. And when everybody got together, something was finna happen. An argument finna happen. It always happened. Always an argument when my friends got together. And I realized, I said, damn, they don't like each other. Why y'all don't like each other? Because it was me. I was the problem. I was the problem. Everybody was my best friend. So I was just like KJ. Everybody thought I was their best friend too. So guess what? They didn't like each other. Because when I'm with one person, we spending the night having a good time. And then I got to go back home to my friend across the street from me, and she got an attitude with me because she ain't seen me all weekend. I'm like, damn, do I have a girlfriend? I got more friends than I got. Oh, y'all, somebody echoing now. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody echo. So my point of that is to say this. I can see that being an issue. Damn, I'm still echoing. I can see it being an issue because but I also don't think that Maya was the problem. So this is where I think the problem came in, and Muppet and I talked about this as well tonight. I believe that Monifa didn't have a problem with Maya at all. I think they looked at Maya like a little sister, and that was Kenneka. They were like that was their little baby, pretty girl. But I don't think Monifa had no intimidation as it related to Maya. I don't think Monifa liked Irene in the crew. So Irene's whole crew was a problem for Monifa because Irene didn't like a Monifa, and Irene told you why. She said we had multiple PPs at the same PPs, and that's why we can't be friends. She said that. So she put out why her and Monifa didn't get along. Monifa said, you wanted new friends, and I don't like bitches. So now Monifa putting it out there that she didn't like Kenneka's friends either. But which friends was it? Kenneka didn't have that many damn friends. We see she got friends, but her real people we saw her around on a regular basis based on the photos. We see her with Maya. We see her Maya and Monifa. And we see her with Irene and the other crew. But I don't really remember seeing her. I know I seen her around Shakira a couple times and, Azaria, whatever the case may be, her cousins and stuff. But if you really want to know her running crew, you can look at her photos and tell that she hung out with those girls a lot at Teresa's house. So I would say those would be her closest people to her. And Monifa was always in the mix. So I would probably agree that Monifa would have considered herself Kenneka's best friend. I don't know how Kenneka looked at Monifa. But Monifa really wanted to be Kenneka's best friend. And I think it was a little bit of possessiveness there. And I don't think she liked Irene at all. That's how I feel.
And she was the odd one. Also, I want to just add to those pictures that was out there of who was really close with Kenneka. If y'all notice, y'all, out of all the girl pictures that Kenneka took with her female friends, you'll see that Monifa was the odd one.
Hold on, baby. Bro, mute your mic, baby. Fred the Jig. Go ahead and talk, sweetie.
Yeah, can you hear me? Okay. So
yeah, okay. I don't know why it is, but when Fred's mic is on, it's echoing. So when he starts to talk, we're gonna have to mute our mics too, because I think that's what's going on. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Go ahead. You can talk.
I feel like when viewing the pictures of Kenneka that Kenneka posted and put out there, and then the last pictures that we have of her, you could tell that it was everywhere Kenneka was, Monifa was. So you could tell that she wouldn't leave Kenneka, but she wouldn't leave out of her sight. So you could tell that there was already issues with that, because she never, to be honest with you, Monifa never fit in the group. No shade, but come look at her outfits to Kenneka and the other girl outfits. She was really the square of the group. Now, this is not surprising. There have been other cases where you have the jealous friends. That's why the saying is the ones that's closest to you, the ones you may love the most, family or not. Those are the ones that's going to be the ones that take you out. And that is true. And this is a prime example. But I'm not saying, when I say Monifa killed her, I'm not saying she killed her physically. I'm saying she played a very big role in Kenneka's death, but she was one. If she wasn't the main, she was one of the masterminds. That's what I'm saying. Because you got to remember, if Kenneka would still be alive to this day, if Monifa's boyfriend and his crew wasn't involved, if they wasn't planning what they was planning. And you also have to remember, what real friend will set how why would I? That's like saying I want to set Fred up just to do it, just to be doing it because he's friends with another homeboy, a mutual homeboy, or I want to set T Slay up and I've known him for years, but I'm one of the ones that wind up taking him out. For what though? That's insecurity. That's jealousy and that's envious. So not only did Monifa did it, but then she laughed in our face and she made fun of it. And then she laughed at the girl's funeral. Regardless if that was Kenneka in that casket or not, she laughed at it. She made a fool out of it. So these are signs that she exposed herself. She was never her friend. So clearly, you know, the streets, I'm going to be honest with you, Monifa was street. And they used her. When you have a target on your back, and I'm not saying gang related, y'all. When you have a target on your back and somebody don't like you, and they're very connected to the street, they're gonna go after the closest people that's to you. And this is how all this played out, y'all. Do you think that they would have got Monifa, Bree, Shamaya, and the rest of them involved if they wasn't around? If they wasn't around Kenneka, we would have never heard of them to this day. They used the people to hire her up. They used the people that was closest to her to take her out. Bingo.
And you know what, Muppet, I want to say something to you too. Nene brought something to my attention, guys, that I was not aware of, and I'm not sure if you guys were aware of it. And bro, when I say this, I want you to unmute and tell me if you was aware of this. The photo that you see on the screen is not just a photo. Nene told me that this was like a 16-second video, and there was more people in this car with her at this time. Now, I've never seen it. Now, let me be clear. I've never seen no video associated with this photo. Never have. But Nene said that this is a video and they in the car. And she also said that Irene was actually in this scene with them, but I never seen it. Is anyone else aware that this supposed to came from a 16-second video that had surfaced? I'm gonna mute my mic.
It was a video. There was when this picture came out, there was a video. It was a I don't know if it was a 15-second, but it was a video, little snippet of this. And then there was people other YouTubers who had screenshot and was you know what I'm saying? So it was really both.
Okay, well, I wasn't aware. And so what I like, if anyone can find the snippet of the video, because I'm curious to see what everyone had on that night. Because Kenneka appears to have on a black Adidas jacket in this video. And I'm curious to see if anybody else got the same clothes on they had on the night of the party. That's where I'm going with it. It's
a female YouTuber that is a lady. I don't know if she's relevant now, but she sounded like she was, I don't know if she was Creole, but she sounded like she had an accent, but she was hitting it on a knot, like she was exposing this part of the story, of Kenneka's story, a lot. And she was basically, I don't know, I guess like she said, she must have had a friend on the inside that was, because I know she had some help that was sending this information to her. But I know that the lady for a fact that she was zooming in on the picture, and then but there was other angles of the picture. So it wasn't just that particular picture. She had a picture of the whole car, you know what I'm saying? So there was people sitting on the left of Shakira, and there was people that was sitting on the right of Kenneka. But there's a clip of Shakira talking shit and making fun and exposing it and showing it. They basically giving us a clue saying, look, yep, this is what happened, this is what we did. So there's a video.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy, because I never seen that. And Nene was like, oh my God, yes, Slay. It was a video. And I'm like, girl, I ain't never seen no damn video. And she was like, yes. And then we looked for it, but we couldn't find it. Because I'm curious to see that, because this right here was a real big point, because some of the content creators tried to say that this had happened months prior to Kenneka's death, and that they'd seen the video months prior. And I couldn't substantiate that. So I like to see the video to at least see what everybody was wearing.
But see, also what we have to also keep in mind, y'all, just to add to what she was saying, you have to keep in mind that when these type of graphics photos was put out here, when people started figuring out, like T's saying, Fred, when people like us started figuring out what really was going on and taking place, that's when these images disappeared. You got to remember that started taking down a lot of stuff that was credible to that case that could really just expose everybody, because they didn't think that we were smart enough. They thought that we was dumb. So also keep that in mind.
So, and I want to ask this question too. And I know, bro. But unmute your mic, bro, and see if it's still doing the echo thing, baby. Unmute it for me real fast and see. Yeah.
Yo.
All right, hold on. Stay on. Don't mute yourself. Let me do it.
Yo. Am I echoing?
Not when I'm so I'm gonna have to mute this.
All right, so I was thinking about this for a while, because I was thinking, like, when y'all said, like, if she did in this photo right here, or video, or clip of a photo, you know what I mean? If she did right here, this is gonna be after Kelly's vision. You see what I'm saying? After she taken from the boys, then she would be in the car with them afterwards. That has big implications. You see what I'm saying? If I'm thinking of it that way, let me know, sis. I'm a mute for a second, sis, and let you speak, please.
Yeah, I agree. I do, kind of the way that you put it, the way that you just said it.
I want to read what Hero's son said, and I love this. I love this comment. They said, "How do y'all justify teenage girls moving with that much pull?" KJ was 19, thinking Monifa and Maya was 16. Riri looked young too. Who is putting this much weight in the hands of teenage girls? So let me explain something. Hero, I want to do my best to explain it. KJ was 19, Monifa was 18, Maya was 17, and Irene was 21. So Irene was the only adult woman. Kenneka was 19. I guess a woman is considered an adult at 18, but 21 is really the legal age of drinking and that kind of thing. But at 18, you're an adult. So Kenneka was an adult, and Irene was an adult. And Monifa was an adult as well. They were all 18 and over, and Maya was the only girl that was underage. Now, talking about putting that much pull in the hands of teenage girls, I don't know how familiar you are with the case or when you came in, but I definitely want to say this to you. This is a progressive. This is a very, very progressive channel. Not for one moment do I think, or I don't think anyone else on here thinks that these girls pulled off this whole thing with Kenneka with no help. It's impossible. There is not one single person, civilian person. When I say civilian, I mean literally for that, what that word means. Civilian, meaning non-government person, could have pulled anything off of this magnitude. So not her friends, not the family members, not the gang members, none of them could have ever pulled this off. No way, no how. So I do not think that they would have that much pull at all. But this is what I do believe. It was an orchestrated effort. I do know that Monifa was the one that was with Kenneka the night that she went missing, the initial night. Now, here's the thing. I don't know how much you know, and I'm not trying to be funny at all, because I don't know how long you've been following the case or how long you've been on here. If you stumbled across the case, if you've been on here before, I've never seen your name, and I do appreciate you coming in, and I appreciate you more for making the comment and asking the question. But I know damn well these girls could have never pulled this off. People tried to say the mama did it. The mama couldn't have pulled it off. The gang members by themselves couldn't have pulled it off. Neither friend could pull this off. This has nothing to do with the friends. The concealing of what happened to Kenneka and this whole conspiracy surrounding her death has nothing to do with the friends. But make no mistake about it, the friends put her in a situation that made her vulnerable to some people that ended up getting her. Because I'm going to tell you what I do know, Kenneka's not in any of the footage that we've been shown. So you know what that tells me? It's quite a bit of orchestration going on here. way more than anyone realizes, because this did not start at the Crown Plaza at all. And that needs to be understood, because it's people that still believe Kenneka was at that hotel with not a shred of evidence that says that she was there. Not a shred. And that's a problem. That's a big problem. Because we're still chasing footage. I don't know why I'm echoing. We're still chasing footage of her at the Crown Plaza with no information that says that she was even ever there. So this is what I think, Hero. This is what I believe. What I believe is that Kenneka got into a jam at a house party on September the 7th, going into Friday morning. We've given so much supporting details and information on that. And if you want to see that, it's on the channel. It's available. The series is called Where the Party At, and it goes from part 1 all the way up until the end. And it details all of the information that we've compiled, all of the lives, all of the footage, what everyone said. We laid it out very, very well. It'll be easy for you to listen to, easy for you to watch. It's kind of redundant sometimes because we had to keep on talking about it. Hold on. But I want to say this to you. This didn't start at Crown Plaza. Now, this is the most baffling part for me, but I think I'm kind of clear on it at this point. If this girl got into a jam at a house party with some of her friends and some gang dudes, how in the hell did her body end up in the custody of Rosemont and her body potentially being given to some organ people? Now, as outlandish as that sounds to me, what'd you say, Muppet?
I said I kind of can answer that in a way.
Oh yeah, and I want you to step in too, but I want to say this first though. When you understand the inner workings of Rosemont and you realize that they're the leading in the nation for organ donation centers and cadavers for medical research, and you understand that about the city and you understand how they make that money, it'll make more sense to you. And then you'll understand why these organizations was blue and black. They was doing black market body parts, giving them to medical students and stuff, making money on the side on diseased body parts. You cannot give medical students diseased body parts. For you to be able to donate your body to science, you got to die a certain way. You got to get your body to the people a certain way. They got to know your cause of death because they have to know how to handle you. So people with diseases can't donate. The bodies can't do. It's a lot of things you can't do when you have diseases. But this is all inner working stuff. But to keep it really basic and plain, no, baby, no. What happened with this little girl is these gang members, these little foot soldiers, they teaming up with the police with more than drugs. Chicago got some interstate commerce going on with some body parts, baby. The city of Chicago, there's a lot of people passing away, and somebody figured out a way to make some money off of it. And this is what we're dealing with here. So what happened was this girl lost her life, and she ended up in the hands of them people. That's all this is. And no one person did this. And the friends damn sure didn't get her to the organ people by herself. Somebody had to know what was going on and where to take this little girl. This is why her body ended up leaving one hotel and ended up just gone. And nobody knows where she went after that. So in no shape, form, or fashion do we think that Monifa, Maya, or Bree orchestrated this by themselves. But go ahead, Muppet Man. You can speak on it, baby.
So real quick to piggyback off of what you were saying. So to answer that person's question also. So basically what T-Slay is saying is that, yes, young girls like that don't have really the brain cells, to the guts to really kind of get away with a situation like this. But you also have to remember that in each state, in each city, whenever you are gang related, and I know this because I have the people I hung out with in high school and family, so I kind of know the street life. So you have to remember that there's a lot of crookedness going on. So because they was connected and working with the police or whatever, mind you, Kenneka was a she was a witness to him. She was she was basically, I guess, the main or one of a witness to a murder. So you have to
allegedly. Now I don't know that to be a fact.
Allegedly,
Allegedly,
right?
I'm saying
Allegedly. Well, allegedly, right? Excuse me, allegedly. You right. So you have to remember that when you're hanging around that type of crowd, that people, something bad is gonna happen. Now, Monifa and them clearly didn't have that power pull, but you also have to remember that the own government, because guess who really runs? Guess who? So you have the gangs, okay. You then after the gangs, you have the mafia, and then you have the FBI, and then you have the Pope. The Pope is the one that makes the last decision. Okay. Now, I don't know how, if you understand or you don't understand, but when you are gang related and you are connected, or you have a family member or friend of a family that works for the system, especially for the police department, a lot of things can be done. You can take advantage of a lot of situations, and you can get yourself out of such bad situations that it's impossible for somebody to get out of because of the type of crime that they committed. So yeah, they wasn't smart enough to come up with it, but you also have to remember they put her there though. It's not like Kenneka just basically woke up and she just was hanging around these type of gang dudes or niggas. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember they put her there. So the friends, I wouldn't say, I don't think that they wanted her. I feel like they don't have nothing to do with her death, but I feel like they played a big role in it. So that's what I wanted to say to that person.
Yeah, if I could touch on that subject too. When it comes to the friends part, we already know Monifa was coached, because Monifa told us that she said I was out of my mind, know what was going on right then. But we also know she said let her be a thought at peace. We gotta understand that happened with Monifa, right? So we know who she gonna be a thought with, and she gonna be a thought with Herman Tolliver. So listen, so then Herman Tolliver is the one that did this coach Monifa to get Monifa to bring Kenneka out of the room so he can get Monifa out of there in this thinking and looking somewhere and focus on something else. And then he getting coached by Thugger 30. You see what I'm saying? Because Thugger 30 won't Kenneka. This the first snatcher. We ain't talking about at the Marriott yet. When we get to the Marriott, then I'm going to lean more to what Kelly Vision saw, as far as the people she saw snatching Kenneka. You see what I'm saying? That's why, and I'm also going to agree with you, Muffet Man, about Kenneka being up there in that chair in the Marriott. You know what I mean? Because we got her uncle saying she was in the Adidas. I believe that. We got her sister saying she was in the Adidas, the black. You see what I'm saying? Now we got them trying to divert us and not see her in this black. You know what I mean? By telling us about this jean outfit. You see what I'm saying? Everybody focusing on this jean outfit to the point that we see this jean outfit just staged outside of what looks like a crime scene. And then we seeing people here super important that should they be here? What you doing here? How are you involved in this? Play it, sis.
No. So go ahead. I was setting the video up.
Yeah. So what I'm saying to the person, even in Monifa's part of putting her out the door, she didn't have nothing else to do with that. Like she said in the part where she left Kenneka, even if I was the last person with her, I didn't kill her. You see what I'm saying? That's what we got Monifa quoted on that one. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what Monifa said. So the thing is, when Monifa did take Kenneka, picked her up off that bed or wherever they was at, picked her up and took her out away to the point where Irene wasn't in control of Kenneka. You see what I'm saying? Irene and her crew weren't in control of Kenneka. Remember, T. Slay said earlier about the static was between Monifa and Irene and Irene's crew. And we know that to be true if we check the facts of Monifa talking about turn off this music, you know what I mean, tripping on Irene, you knowing this ain't Irene party because Irene and her people, they 10 toes down, but each other, they'll turn up on her fast. You already know that. So this at a neutral spot that some way is not so neutral, right? It seems to be a neutral spot because KJ comes there with Monifa. We talking about Thursday night, all right? When she leave the house Thursday night, she gets to this party out west with Monifa. Now Irene and her crew there. This why Monifa upset. So Monifa directly attacked them. The music they got going on, all this stuff, she attacking that. Now that's how I know Irene was probably there first. I'm leaning on the fact that she was already in control of the music, already had things going on, and then now Monifa don't like that style. You see what I'm saying? But Monifa also know that they out west. Monifa saying let her be a thotty piece, so she gotta be with somebody. So who Monifa known to be with? She known to be with Herman Tolliver. He the same dude, Thompson. I'm nowhere around you. Like he was trying to get away from something. I was big on trying to find a connection with Herman Tolliver and Thugger 30. I think because I believe Thugger 30 coached Herman Tolliver to get him to coach his girl to get her out, get KJ out of that room or that place wherever they was at out west for that snatching or however that happened with that one. You see what I'm saying? And then the second time, I really want to. Hopefully, Kelly can come up tonight. Definitely want to touch on her vision a little bit more. And she said that that comment you had up there earlier, sis. KJ showed me who killed her. I don't know if she had a new vision since she said what she had not holding, but she finally got a chance to express it a certain way. After you do what you're supposed to do, you might get more revelation. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if she had something else that she needed to tell us, or if she wanted to just reiterate what she already had spoken.
Right, got it. Okay, so let me do this. So what I want to do right now is I want to play you guys a video where Irene and Monifa kind of went at it a little bit, and this is a quick little video that we made, and I want to play this for you guys really quickly. So hold on one second.
Anyway, I'm back. We put her on our back. I'm back. Because bitches on here talking. Excuse my language, mom, because I'm about to be a lot of cursing. Bitches on here talking Aunt Monifa statuses and shit. You Aunt Monifa status, y'all got me fucked up. First of all, Tiara time I said, if it wasn't for me, Kenneka would be here. It won't be here. She'll still be here, bitch. If it wasn't for Monifa, she'll still be here. Because if all my friends, 10 toes, if any of them drunk, I'm dropping them off. Right then and there, I'm not waiting. Fuck you talking about. Then, on top of that, I'm not leaving my friend unattended drunk. No way, no how, no form of fashion. No way, no how, no form of fashion. Fuck you talking about. And then you on this bitch cloud chasing Monifa. Stay talking about some they saying your name. Bitch, they ain't saying your name. They saying my name. My name being dragged in the dirt. I'm the motherfucker in the middle of this shit because of you. Fuck you talking about, bitch. You on here steady clout chasing. Ain't shit wrong with you, bitch. You want the clout. That's what you want. That's what you looking for. The clout. Ain't shit happened to you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Your name ain't been dragged in the dirt. None of that. It's me. Bitch, steady on here talking to me. If it wasn't for me, Kenneka still be here. Bitch, you left her drunk in the hallway by herself unattended, a fake ass friend.
It was used to be just us, always just us. We never hung with nobody until she said she wanted a new friend. And when she got a new friend, me and her fell out because I ain't like bitches. That's what happened. When she started making new friends, me and her fell back off each other. But when we came back, we always bounced back. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all getting on this bitch, they saying my name. I was the last one with her. I probably was the last one with her. I'm thinking she walking back in the room with me. I didn't think to look back to see if she was behind me. I'm drunk as hell. But when I saying she want to be hand when you start looking for her. I really could stop saying my motherfucking name on live. All y'all let's can stop saying my name on live because ain't nobody gonna do shit to me. The fuck is wrong with y'all? I don't even do this Facebook shit. And then y'all steady blaming each other. Y'all ain't even blaming each other. Y'all
Time out. Then on top of that, I'm not leaving my friend unattended drunk. No way, no how, no form of fashion. No way, no how, no form of fashion. Fuck you talking about. And then you on this bitch cloud chasing Monifa. Stay talking about some they saying your name. Bitch, they ain't saying your name. They saying my name. My name being dragged in the dirt. I'm the motherfucker in the middle of this shit because of you. Fuck you talking about, bitch. You on here steady clout chasing. Ain't shit wrong with you, bitch. You want the clout. That's what you want. That's what you looking for. The clout. Ain't shit happened to you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Your name ain't been dragged in the dirt. None of that. It's me. Bitch, stay on here talking to me. If it wasn't for me, Kenneka still be here. Bitch, you left her drunk in the hallway by herself unattended, a fake ass friend. That's what
always on alert. But I was drunk as hell that day, and I want on my P's and Q's. I want thinking the back. I want none of that. Because we be around Western them. And I know for a fact they want touched us, love. So y'all getting on here steady saying Monifa. It's Monifa's fault. She was the last one with her. I might have been the last one with her. But I ain't killed my best friend. I know that much. And everybody always talking about, so what happened? What happened? I don't know what happened to her. I can only know what I remember. The fuck? Y'all, that's y'all favorite line. Yeah.
All right, so what the intent for playing that video was to give you guys a perspective from both the girls, and now I want to explain to you the reason why this video was made so that you guys can get a different perspective of what they're saying. All right, so check this out. The most contention came from Monifa and Irene. That was clear. Irene was blaming Monifa because they already stated that Monifa put Kenneka in the hallway and put her in harm's way and left her. Monifa allegedly was telling the streets that Irene had left her. So they kind of both was going back and forth. I never heard Monifa blame Irene, but I definitely heard Irene blame Monifa. 1 second, y'all.
Yeah, also I want to say that the reason why we don't hear Monifa blame Irene is because Monifa went to the streets and said that about Irene. She didn't say that on the net. She ain't went on the net to be appear like she was like people, if anything, they won't know what's going on in the streets really unless somebody from the streets come out there and tell them what's going on. You know what I mean? So on the net, you can have a personality different from on the street. So she made a narrative in the street that she didn't want to make on the net in order to cover up herself that she ain't punch her. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And so yeah. So what we had was them both blaming each other. Like I said, I never heard Monifa publicly blame Irene, but I definitely heard Irene publicly blame Monifa because the narrative was always that Monifa had taken her out of the room. Now, they just simply said room. They just said the room and left her in the hallway. I need y'all to understand that it's a room and a hallway inside of houses. I need y'all to realize that. There's a room and a hallway inside of a house. And she said, you took out the room and left in the hallway unattended drunk. I got a big ass hallway outside my door and I'm in a house. Matter of fact, I got a hallway in my damn room. But the point of the matter is you have to really, really pay attention to understand what's going on. So now you got them both blaming each other. I'm going to tell you why they blamed each other and how and why it happened. Monifa took Kenneka out of the room at the party out west and left her in the hallway with West and them and went and got with her boyfriend. Came back in the room and told Irene them that Kenneka was gone. And Irene said, how? Go find her. Monifa leaves out. Monifa ended up dipping, leaving Kenneka all the fuck together. I told you guys in the series that Kenneka stayed the entire night at that party out west and all day Friday that she was missing. Told you guys this. You got to go back in the series. I also told you guys that Irene and her people them found out where Kenneka was and they went to help her. They went and got her and put her in her mother's car and started making phone calls to get her some help. At that point, Irene's calling every damn body. She even goes by Teresa's house looking for Kenneka. This is what Irene them did. And additionally, Irene them admitted to putting Kenneka on their backs. And I'll also play that video for you as well so you guys can hear her say that. I'm not making any of this up. They said we put her on our backs. Now, I asked in the series, if Kenneka got drunk, if the official story is what it was, and Kenneka got drunk in the room and she passed out on the bed next to Irene and was asleep, and Monifa took her out the room, when did they put her on their backs? At what point would they have done that? Well, that doesn't fit that story, does it? It doesn't fit it at all. So that's not when it happened. Now, this is the reason. Monifa leaves her in the hallway and the dudes out west grab her. Irene put her in the car and give her to Bree. Kenneka goes missing with the boys out west and she goes missing after Bree gets her. So now they telling two different stories. Monifa like, shit, I left her at the party, but y'all seen her last. Irene was like, wait a minute, bitch, you left her in the hallway and the dudes got her and I put her in the car to get her some help and then y'all took her someplace else. This is why they're fussing. Are y'all following how these two girls are going at it? This is why they're going at it. One moment. Unfucking believable.
Yeah, sis, you right on point with that. You definitely right on point.
Right.
Monifa,
Right.
Go ahead. Sis.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, one of my baby has came and interrupted me. Hold on, y'all.
Monifa, you had something to say?
Nah, she right on point. I mean, I definitely agree. Honestly, I clearly somebody's lying because it's two. Because like she said, Irene saying something and Monifa saying something, but it's not. But at the end of the day, it's not adding up because, like the theory is, Monifa took out the room but then Irene and her sister was carrying. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like if Monifa and Bree didn't touch Kenneka, if they would have left her alone and took her straight home, right when she came up missing the first time, when Irene was calling everybody, then I think that she was still, she would have been saved that day. You know what I'm saying? I think it would have been okay. So it just shows that whoever Bree was connected, because you got to remember now, Bree is connected because it's like they made her look so innocent. So you got to remember, why would Bree drop her off at the Rosemont, the Rosemont? Like, why was she doing in Rosemont? Why would she bring her to a Marriott when, even if she wanted to bring her to a hotel, why didn't she just bring her to a hotel that was right there in town?
Well,
so,
I like to jump in on that. Now, This is the point. This is the point where there was a little bit of ambiguity, and I'm gonna say this. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I got lost. Damn, I just read a comment and got lost. Hold on. All right, so here's the deal. Yeah, I just got totally thrown. I can't believe I got totally thrown. Okay, the bottom line is this. All right, so we got two situations going on here. We got two girls blaming each other. One of each is blaming each other for being the reason why Kenneka's missing. In all fairness, I have to say this. Monifa's not the last person that saw Kenneka out of the two of them. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Irene definitely saw her last. But Irene didn't put Kenneka in harm's way. Monifa did that. So that's the dilemma. That's the dilemma, and that's the debate between the two of them. This is why the two of them do not get along to this day. And that's the reason why they were beefing so bad. Because Irene is explaining what happened. And if you notice, when she was explaining who left her, she never blamed Maya. She threw Maya in there because that was the narrative they was pushing. but Maya wasn't with them at that party out west. She just wasn't. She wasn't with them. It was just Monifa and Kenneka. Now, how do we know that? How do we know that it was just the two of them? Because the mother said so. Because Monifa said, we left the house together that night. We left together. Teresa said the same person that was saying, F that shit, I'm ready to go, is the same person that left the house with my baby. The same person. Person is singular. So guess what happens? That's what happened. So we know for a fact that Monifa was the one that left the crib with Kenneka. We know that. Now, people can debate that. They can go through these text messages and play fucking slow if you want to. We know that Monifa was the only person that left the crib with Kenneka that night. There was no Maya, and there was no Bree. Now, this is what I'm gonna get to. So they go to this party on the west side. How do we know it's not Irene's party? Talked about this so many times in the series. If this was Irene's birthday party, Monifa wouldn't have been there because she told Kenneka to her face that she couldn't come. Kenneka asked and she told her no. That's point number one. Number two, how we know it wasn't Killer's party? Because when Zach asked him, how did anybody know y'all was at the party? He said the live let everybody know. So now we know the flyers wasn't what let everybody know. These are things that we had to dissect to come up with what we have, right? So now we know that this isn't the birthday party that they were planning, right? How do we further know? Because Monifa told Irene, turn that op-ed shit off. Turn that op-ed shit off. You ain't finna tell Irene to turn no op shit off at her birthday party when you know Irene kick ass and everybody knows she got hands. It's little things that should have been so simple for people to really understand it. But guess what? It was so much about this case that didn't make sense. So in all fairness, hey, Dot, what's going on, baby? My baby has arrived. Look at my sugar. Okay, so now we know that for more than one reason, we got multiple reasons to say that we know for a fact that this was not Irene's birthday party. So now we got now they're at a party and it wasn't Irene's and it wasn't Killer's, but they're there. And something went wrong. And Kenneka came up missing. And it was just Monifa that took her out of the room. There was no Maya. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm getting ready to explain the dilemma about the keys and the phone to y'all. Like we've never explained it before. I'm just going to do it just for the sake of doing it, right? Okay, here we go. So the official story, the initial story, not the official, the initial story was they said that Bree had the keys and the cell phone at one time. They said she was driving Teresa's car and she had Kenneka's phone because there was no GPS on hers. That's what the hell they said. Then they retracted that statement and said no, because Irene got the phone in the live and she had the keys. So the keys was gone, but the phone wasn't gone. The shit started to change. But the first story was that she had them both. Well, I know how that story got twisted. That's how it got twisted. Because Kenneka's keys and cell phone were left in the room that Monifa took her from. And Kenneka never returned and Monifa left. So the keys and cell phone was with Irene and her sister. They stayed in the room all night waiting for Kenneka to come back. And when she didn't come back, they left. Irene said that. That's what happened. Now here we go. Kenneka surfaces. The keys and the cell phone is still in their possession. So you know what they do? They put Kenneka on their back, put her in her mama car, and then they call Bree. And guess what they give Bree? Take a wild guess, somebody in the comment section. The keys and the cell phone. This is how Bree gets the keys and the cell phone. This is the truth. Now she has Kenneka's cell phone and she has her keys. And she has Kenneka. And she's trying to figure out what the fuck to do with this baby. And she's making phone calls. And guess who she calls? Guess who Bree reaches out to? Because Teresa said she did. So if y'all asking me who I think told them to take her to the damn Marriott.
Teresa.
Bingo. Somebody give him a fucking consolation prize. Somebody give the man a prize. So now we got this girl going to the Marriott to be dropped off at the party that was supposed to take place for who? Irene and Killer. They drop her, and then Bree is on the move. Now she's trying to pick up the other people that she finna put around this case too. She not trying to, you better say it. Look what Nene said. She calls in a favor. Bree calling a favor. Favor calling Bree. But some favor shit is going on here, right? And now Favor's checking on Bree's progress. And you want me to pull it up? We can read it together. It'll make more sense. Let's go. Let's read it together. Let's read it together. Let's do this thing together, like the family that we are. Let's find old Favor's statement. My little Cody Wody like to make a joke about Favor, and I ain't paying his ass no mind, cause he love to mess with me about every damn thing. Hold on, y'all, give me a second. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna just get Bree's text messages to Favor pulled up. It shouldn't be that hard for me to find them. Y'all work with me for a second. Give me a moment to get there. Y'all know this community tab be active. You be active on this community tab.
Yeah, sis.
Yes, baby.
Yeah, so yeah, right where you at is a perfect spot to diagnose, because see, people got to understand that if you understand she went missing twice, then you understand how Monifa can be the last person with her at one place, and then Irene coming up and finding Kenneka, placed her in the car and with at one place. But we do know one thing, that even though when Irene left her in that car, when Bree got there and she texted, Kenneka was still in that car when she got there. So we do know what, you know what I mean, pretty much what was going on with Kenneka when, you know what I mean? But when Monifa left, we don't know. It's only when Bree gets persuaded after being unpersuaded because of the donut on the car. She gets persuaded, further persuaded, sounds much more better than me, further persuaded, which I believe also by Miss Teresa, to take her to the Marriott. And my reasoning for that is that she already went looking for her at the Marriott earlier that day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have evidence that support and mutual baby. And absolutely, we have evidence that supports that as well. We could talk about that too. I don't want this live to go too much further than maybe the 3-hour mark, because it's not kind to the algorithm. It's really not. But I want to read these messages to you guys so we can show you guys the chain of events and let you guys know how this played out. So now we're telling you, 11:30 on Thursday night, September the 7th, Kenneka and Monifa leave Teresa's house, supposedly headed to see It, catching an early show on the 8th because the movie premiered on the September the 8th. They made a pit stop at a party out west. Something went left. I believe Monifa did something to Kenneka's drink. That's exactly what I believe. And I believe before Kenneka got too inebriated, she lifted Kenneka from the bed and took her out in the fucking hall and left her. That's how I feel. And I think she went back in the room and pretended like, oh, Kenneka walked off somewhere. And Irene was like, go fucking find her, like she said. And guess what she did? She fucking dipped. She dipped. That party 2 hours later and all that old stuff right there, all Crown Plaza reenactment. Nothing to do with what went on for real. She left. Teresa said, y'all, she left. She was left at the party. All this shit should make sense to y'all in a little while. Now, they leave her. Irene stays in the room till the next damn day, till the sun came up and everybody left. So I left. That's what she said. them dudes call her because the Irene people the one snatched Kenneka, right? So they call Irene, they put it in the car, and now Bree has got into Kenneka. Now we getting ready to read the text messages from Favor. Let's read them. All right, I got them on my TV because I swear I can't see this shit on this screen. All right, it says what happened when you went? That's Favor talking to Bree. What happened when you went? You is singular. You. So we got to take it for what it's saying, guys. We can't add nothing in. We can't take nothing. We got to take it for exactly what it's saying. What happened when you went? So she's supposed to be doing something with Kenneka. And then Bree said, not yet. I'm finna get in the car with Kenneka and go park her by her house. Because you didn't even know the bitch had a donut on her car. Now, I want to make y'all understand something. Although I said you can't take nothing out or give nothing away, you didn't know makes no sense. You and I is right beside on the keyboard. It looks right side by side. I would speculate that she was saying that I didn't even know the bitch had a donut on her car. That's what I'm speculating. Okay. Now, Favor says, she's in her own car. So Favor must didn't know who car Kenneka was in. Favor saying, she's in her own car. And she knew she had a donut on it when she said you can see it. Now, guess what I'm telling y'all right now? Kenneka ain't tell nobody they can see that goddamn car. Because Kenneka is inebriated. And guess who the she is? Teresa.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to keep it pushing. Okay, now. And then Bree says to her, yeah, I guess she didn't even tell me. I just noticed it myself. And the hotel is the hotel in Rosemont. I don't want to be driving on the E-way like that. So what she's saying to her is, hey, I'm finna take her to and park her by her house because I'm not driving this car to Rosemont with a donut on it. I ain't doing that. But I am willing to take her home because apparently home was closer than the hotel was. And I guess home didn't require the use of the expressway. Are y'all feeling me thus far? Okay, I'm going to keep going. All right. Now, the police do their little narrative they do. And then we got the first call would have come in. The first text message was at 4:35 UTC time, which we know that's 11:30. Now we know at 9:05 we got that's 4:05 in the morning, and then now this is Bree. She said when. Okay. She said when done lost Kenneka. She drunk and can't find her, and then Favor says, find Kenneka. I can't believe y'all lost her. And then Bree said, bitch, we done searched this bitch from top to bottom. And then Bree says, on my grandma, this bitch dumb. So she's calling Kenneka dumb at this point. Gotta be talking about Kenneka. And then Favor says, don't leave her, bro. All right. Now, this is where the story take a little disturbing turn. And this is how you know Teresa was on some fuckery, y'all. Now, watch this. Now Bree decides, oh shit, hold on, I gotta go back out. Hold on, y'all. Now Bree decides that she wants to contact Teresa, I guess. And I can't tell if this is the first time she contacted Teresa or it's the second time she contacted. I don't know when it was because I can't say these are complete text messages. I really can't say what they are. I don't damn know what they are. I don't believe nothing they damn told me. All right, y'all. I can't see the comments because I'm expanding the screen, so I can't see the comments while I'm doing this, guys. So I'm getting ready to expand this screen as big as I can make it and keep reading this. Then I'll be looking at the comments again. All right. So now here we're back at it again. Now this is where Teresa starts to talk to Bree. Make sure I got it to the top, y'all. Might not be to the top. Hold 1 second. I don't think it's at the top. Give me 1 second. I got to make sure this bitch all the way to the top. Give me 1 second. Because I don't think it is. Oh shit. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right. So now this is Teresa. So Bree is talking to Teresa now. Teresa say maybe she with a little boy or in the car with somebody else. Now, like one piece of this message is missing, but it ain't that important. Bree telling Miss Teresa that they can't find Kenneka. And this is what Teresa says to Bree. Maybe she with a little boy or in the car with somebody else. And this is Teresa telling Bree. Teresa's now making suggestions to Bree on where Kenneka could possibly be. This is so weird to me. And notice the time. This is 10:44. So we talking 6:44 in the morning. Teresa's telling Bree that Kenneka could be in the car with some little boy. And Bree says she real drunk and she don't even talk to nobody. Mm-hmm.
Is that 6:44 Saturday morning?
Yeah, this is Saturday morning.
Okay, I'm noted.
Okay. She said she not, and she was real drunk, and she don't even talk to no boys. Teresa should know that. Why would Teresa be suggesting she in the car with a boy? And then Teresa says she probably in the car with somebody else she know. At 6:40 something in the morning, Teresa's already still making suggestions to them after they supposed to brought her car at 4 something. She headed to Crown Plaza, but she busy texting Bree, telling Bree Kenneka could be in the car with some boy, but she bound for Rosemont right now. Y'all, this don't make it's not adding up. It's not adding up. Now, so now that we've done that, let me go ahead and minimize the screen and get back to the y'all's comments. And I see somebody got something in the private chat. I'm gonna look at it in just a second. Okay, so now with that being said, I wanted to paint y'all a picture of what was going on. So what we telling y'all is somebody made a decision to take Kenneka to the Marriott. By the looks of this, Bree had a conversation with Teresa. The decision was made to take Kenneka to the Marriott. And in my humble opinion, I think Teresa was on one of her paper chases. I think Teresa wanted to set it up to look like Kenneka had gotten harmed at the Marriott. Take her to the Marriott, leave her somewhere at the Marriott, and when y'all go back, y'all can say something happened to her there. Don't know what her plan was. Don't know how she thought she was going to pull it off. But that had to be what the plan was, because they definitely took her to the Marriott and they left her. They left her. And guess what happened? They go back to get her, and guess what? She's fucking gone. Now, this is why I need y'all to put it on y'all thinking caps. And Muppet, this is where you got to come in. And Nina, you got to come in on this. Or anybody. And Cold Pepsi, they said reacts. All y'all. I need all y'all to come in on this one. Do you guys remember at the beginning of this case, that it was commonly stated, and I will go back and I will find it, y'all. I know y'all got to please put your thinking caps on. It was said in the beginning of the case that they got a phone call, that Teresa and Lenore and them got a phone call from somebody that said that Kenneka was in one of them top suites of Crown Plaza with a hotel security guard.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I remember.
Glad somebody remembers that, because that call did in fact happen. And that is the reason why Teresa at 2:30 in the morning on Saturday morning, when Bree went back to get Kenneka from the Marriott where she left her and they couldn't find her, Teresa made a phone call to Crown Plaza to ask them to check the videotapes for Kenneka, because a phone call was placed to her. So she called Crown Plaza. That's in the affidavit. Are y'all piecing together what's being said right now? What's up, Wally? What's up, baby? Now, instead of Teresa calling the police, She's calling Crown Plaza. And guess why she didn't call the police, guys? Because they already did a police report. That Friday, they made a police report with Park Ridge Police Department because they went to the Marriott earlier that day. We talked about all of this. Was no need to call no damn police officers because they'd already made the report. But I don't think they really realized that the Marriott O'Hare was in Chicago and that the Crown Plaza was in Rosemont. It was two different precincts. They didn't even know about it. It was so close together that I don't think they knew. Is this making any sense to anybody other than Muppet Man and Fred? I know y'all all understand it, but I'm painting a picture of what's going on. So now I'm hoping y'all are realizing that now they really thinking Kenneka's at this hotel now. Kenneka not at Crown Plaza, but they've been told she is. And all they're focused on is one thing now, y'all. The videotapes. Teresa said, can they get the tapes? Or make a report? No, but can they get the tapes? Lenore was like, can I get the tapes? Can we get the tapes? The tapes. They wanted to see the tapes. The report had already been made. It had been made with a whole other precinct on a Friday. Kenneka had been missing since that Friday, and everybody knew about it, y'all. This is the real timeline. They believe Kenneka was in that hotel alive. And when they finally told Teresa them in that West Meeting Hall that Kenneka was found, but that she was deceased, that's why Teresa hauled ass up out that hotel.
When you get done, I also have something to say too.
Go ahead. And in my opinion, before you say what you say, I'm going to say this. In my opinion, Teresa had no idea that her daughter was deceased.
Yes, correct. Bingo. So y'all remember, so also I'm putting a piece to the puzzle. So y'all remember when Zach had figured everything out and he was going to create a movie about Kenneka and about the situation because he had basically interviewed and went around and got all the information. Now, if I was trying to say that now the person that called him, I know it wasn't Teresa, but now, don't you think that Teresa, it's clear that she played a big role in this? Because she, at the end of the day, she was so worried about money that she at that time she didn't care about Kenneka's, about the state of mind that Kenneka was in. Okay. Also, around in Chicago, it's also been known that her mom was Teresa was a scammer. So when you put two and two together and you put you realize okay, Teresa's behind the scenes, a favor, making the decisions. It just shows you that she didn't attend on, she didn't know her baby was going to die or was dead, but she took it. But her greediness got her, what did her greediness get her? Nowhere. It got her a dead daughter, and she might have think she won because she got a big old settlement, but like the saying is, money is the root of all evil. So it just shows that from a mother instinct is that it shows that she basically really sacrificed her daughter for a check.
Yeah, and the one rule that she forget is the price of a drop of blood. You know what I'm saying? Your family blood, your your next generation, your future is worth more than 1,000 pieces of gold. So that money she got, she don't know how valuable her daughter is because that's how far we is in the system, how far we is into the brainwashing of the system that we start to believe what ain't valuable is valuable now. They say in the end times, they say what's gonna be is good, they're gonna say it's evil. What's evil, they're gonna say it's good. So we lose sight of reality. You know what I mean? She's willing to risk the agony of her daughter in a situation that can go further than what she even imagines, because she doesn't know that her daughter is dead at the time when she finds out her daughter is dead. But she didn't even imagine it. But she risked her daughter in order to, like you say, gain whatever she gained now. But how's that working out?
How is that working out? And also, she also sacrificed her own brother, J Money, because he was basically figured it out when he went and investigated. Now all of a sudden he come up dead. So what does that tell you? She was not willing to let anybody, including family, get in the way of her plan or interfere with her plan.
Well, I'm gonna say this to be objective and to also definitely not disagree with you, because I can't say that she didn't do that. J Money definitely came up dead really relatively quick after Kenneka had passed away. He did come up dead. He was the most vigilant person, I'd have to say, the most vigilant to me, that was fighting for her and advocating for her, that I could see from what I researched back then and what I can look at now. So, but I can't say that she did anything to J Money. I don't know what J Money was into.
Right.
And so I can't say that. But what I can say is Teresa on all kind of levels, she's fucked up. But and I told people from a long time, I said Teresa is so fucked up. She don't need nobody to say nothing about her that's not true, because she did enough bad stuff that could take her from a couple more lifetimes. But one thing I could never say is that she had nothing to do with her daughter's death. I could not say that. If I found something that could support that, I definitely say that. I definitely think she had more knowledge. And what makes me think that she did have more knowledge is the statement that she made when she walked up out of that hotel after finding out her daughter was dead. Nobody did nothing for her.
But she knew the truth, though. But also what was really jacked up about her is that she would rather hold the truth from us over a check than rather just see. If she was smart, she would have told, even though she got that settlement, she would have basically really told, and in different pieces. Or I'm just being honest, she knew what really happened. I'm pretty sure, you got to remember, Kenneka, the Jenkins, they were kind of well known in Chicago. They were also one of the baddest families in Chicago. So you have to remember, the streets are gonna talk. She's gonna get it back. Somebody to scoop the truth is gonna get around. So the fact that she knew already what happened to her daughter is crazy, because she basically was, I don't want to use the word mastermind, but she would rather paint a false narrative to make it seem like the hotel did it, which is really up and jacked up, but you knew the truth the whole time. So the question is that she knows who her daughter's killer is, and what did she do about it behind closed doors, rather than just settling for a check. You understand what I'm saying? But she caused a lot of this confusion and turmoil. And I'm not going to say the YouTuber name, but the YouTuber T, he that's why. And then, for somebody to defend her, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, she kept saying, "Oh, y'all doing too much. Stop, y'all, stop." And this and that. And then, so it's like she didn't even want, in the beginning, she didn't even want us to get proper justice. She didn't even want us to even testify or to try to help figure out what happened, because her mind was already set up and already made up. But she's really the key to this. The reason why I say Teresa is the key, because she knows what really happened to that baby, to that girl. And I don't understand why people don't, they want to, it's not really focused on a killer. It's really focused on the person that was behind the situation, behind the scenes of the outcome. Because if her mind wasn't so, she wasn't so money hungry bitch, her daughter would be alive. So to me, personally, she didn't kill her daughter, but then again, she did. She killed her daughter. She really killed her daughter spiritually, because she chose to have a friend drop her off and leave her. Now, that wasn't smart. Teresa's not that smart either.
No.
She's dumb. And I'm going to tell you why she's dumb. Because if you were going to, regardless if the plan was thought out or not, if that's the route you was going to go with the situation, your dumb her black ass should have been there to make sure everything was gonna go in motion. If she was really smart, because nobody would have never known that she was there at that Marriott. Let's be clear. If she would have stayed her ass in that car and let them do the dirty work and made sure, you know what I'm saying? If she really, and this is where I feel like she didn't really love or care about her daughter, because a real, regardless, if you're gonna plan, if you're gonna like, here's my thing: if you wanted to get something out of your daughter's death, and instead of her daughter, you know, whatever, I get it, fine. But you sat up there and you trusted street ninjas rather than just doing it yourself. And but you know what I'm saying? I feel like she really is spiritually killed her own daughter. And you know, that's the evil person. But also people is really missing and failing to mention that Kenneka and her had issues, because Kenneka really didn't like to be, that's why she hung out in the streets a lot. It was something going on personally at home in the household.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I gotta be objective as well for that. I don't know that Kenneka hung out in the streets. I saw enough videos of Kenneka home, and I saw enough videos of Kenneka in the streets that I would say I saw about the same amount. I didn't see her being outside more than I seen her in her room, laying in her bed with her friends. So I can't say there was anything going on. Now I will say that it was said that Kenneka wasn't too fond of James Coleman. I can't substantiate that either. I don't know about that either. I see pictures of them all together and they looking fine to me. So I can't say that Teresa and her daughter had a problem, and I can't say that Kenneka was running the streets more than she was staying home. I don't have the information that supports that. Now, if there's anything out there that I haven't seen, and I know it's a lot of stuff I haven't freaking seen, I'm pretty sure there is, but I see Kenneka home a whole lot. I see Kenneka and her mama face. They hugging, taking pictures together, smiling. She in her mama room. She in the room eating food with her. I don't know that it was a problem between Kenneka and Teresa. I can't say that. Now,
Well,
clearly, if Teresa decided to leave her at a hotel instead of getting the medical help, there had to be a damn problem. But I can't see that I've seen anything that showed me that there was a problem as far as videos and photos are concerned, because that's all we really have to go by.
correct, right. But okay, right. And the reason why I was saying that, y'all, is because if you have family, or if you are street raised, if you're street smarts, and you put the pieces, like, you basically can understand or relate in a way, regardless if you're there or not, what was really going down. What I'm saying about that was that it had to be something that, you know, all families have issues. So that's normal. Everybody's family, I don't care how perfect or rich you are, everybody has issues. What I'm saying is that she sacrificed her own blood that she brought in this world, who's innocent, who didn't ask to be here, for a check. So everybody was so angry, and that's what pisses me off about the situation, because I feel like everybody was going after the wrong person. Everybody was so angry with the freaking Rosemont, with the Crowns Plaza, when they fail to realize is, how did she get there? I'm talking about at the time when this was fresh. How did she get there, and why was she placed there? And the thing about it was that even when Teresa exposed it, just like she made a fool of herself when she went on the what radio station she went on, when she was speaking with Charlemagne and them, and when she went, every time, all the interviews she did, none of them motherfuckers, you do you know that they don't believe her? Nobody believed Teresa, and they knew that it was some shit not right. And my thing is that, how can you sit up here and your daughter is gone? So that means that it wasn't even processing. And Teresa said that her daughter is no longer here because she was so worried about a check. But you can tell that her sister Leonora, you can tell that Kenny was affected by it, and they really loved her, because even when Leonora was putting the truth out there, Teresa turned around and got mad and basically gave her the word to shut up, you talking too much. Why would you not? What you said? What?
I agree with that.
So right. So why would you not want to? Why wouldn't you want the public, if you're so innocent, or if you want justice for your baby, like you said, why wouldn't you want your other blood, her sister, to testify if her sister knows actually a little bit more stuff? So it just doesn't. So to me, it's like, we going after the wrong person. But really, and basically everybody that was involved needs to go down. It's not just Monifa, but Teresa needs to do it too. And Bree, and I don't care what y'all say, Bree's not innocent. It doesn't matter. She might have not had wanted. I don't think she wanted Kenneka dead, but she played a role in it. There has to be punishment. It has to be. I don't care what nobody say. They all are guilty. Either way, they're guilty. Because all of this could have been avoided, y'all. All of this could have been avoided.
I agree with you, baby. I agree with you.
This is a hot mess. This is a hot mess. And I can't sit up here and take it because it's foolishness.
It is.
And nobody, and as soon as Teresa got on her, she cursed in and out, especially YouTube, because mainly YouTube, she was really on YouTube. That right there should have said, you know what? Oh, she guilty. And first of all, when this is what people also didn't pay attention to, when the other YouTuber was interviewing people in Chicago, there was even witness people that knew of her, and I even said that first of all, Teresa was a scammer, and that Teresa was also she was also known for doing evil things to people. She had done a lot of bad things that they said that she had some power behind her. So for her to even do that, and then and then the death certificate. And to be honest with you, Teresa could have really been the one who basically gave her daughter's body away to be to the organ trafficking. We sit here blaming the friends, thinking that it's the friends that Monifa dropped the body off. No, but it could have been Teresa, because remember, if Teresa told Bree to bring it, she could be the one that said, you know what, I'm gonna cremate my, I'm gonna have organs, I'm gonna sell my baby. Instead of just, and if you want to do that, that's fine. If you want to donate her organs, fine. But I would have respected her a little bit more if she would have did that, than turn around and do everything else she did, and be in that lawsuit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I felt like Teresa's response to them telling her Kenneka was deceased, and her running out that West Meeting Hall conference room, that seemed to me to be a pretty organic response to being in shock and not really expecting them to tell you, we found your daughter, but she's dead. I believe Teresa and them thought Kenneka was alive because they got that phone call saying Kenneka was in that room with some security guard. I believe they thought Kenneka was alive. So if I believe that, I can't believe that Teresa would have sold her, because at that point they would have had to already have sold her because Kenneka didn't make it to Crown Plaza.
But also, correct, you're right. No, you're right. But I also feel like I don't have sympathy in my heart for her, because she is the cause of it. This could have been avoided. That's what we need to be focused on. Not about what happened. It's about, well, what could have stopped it from, because it's like, if God says yes, if he says no is no. If it's your time, it's your time. What I'm saying is that, why should we feel sorry for her when she the one that when she set this whole thing up, and she basically really gave her baby out for the streets. We can't be too upset with the certain things that took place, to Kenneka, because when Teresa offered her up already, it's not fair. It's not fair it's not fair. She needs to take full accountability for what she did. And I don't think that it's fair for us to go after the people that did her dirty, but her mom is also guilty too.
Well, I believe everyone played a part in it. I feel like just like the person said in the comment section saying, do we really think those girls had that kind of pull? And my response to that person was no. And I also don't think that Teresa would have had the pull to pull this off by herself. I think collectively, I think this was a collaborative effort. I think all these motherfuckers had a role to play in it. And I think they was in over their heads. And then they was playing around in Rosemont, and they really didn't know what was going on in Rosemont. I think those gang members knew what was going on in Rosemont, because P seemed very well versed with the goings on in Rosemont. By the time they did the live with Zach, he said, you know, they out here known for organ harvesting, and everybody know Black people got the richest organs. He made that statement not even 5 days after they supposedly found Kenneka. So you making that statement, so y'all knew that shit, for y'all went out there and party, because the whole Rosemont story broke a year or two before all that.
Also correct, and also her mother. But you know what, Teresa and them already knew how dangerous Rosemont was, because even people around Chicago, they were saying, they was like, everybody knows not to go to Rosemont, how crooked that time was, already crooked. So you gotta ask yourself, why would she tell Bree to drop her off at a hotel in Rosemont when it could have been any hotel in the, you get what I'm saying? It just doesn't. She's an evil bitch. She is really evil.
I gotta say this in all fairness, even though they ain't but 2 miles apart, Marriott is not in Rosemont. Marriott is actually in Chicago. But the point is still the point. The point.
But she could. But that's what I'm saying. Why choose that location out of all the other locations? So that means that a person has to know something about. If that's like saying, if I decide to say, listen, I want to plan a birthday party for you, and I want to plan it at this location, in this city, this town, that means that I know about it. Even if you don't know about that town, I know about it. I'm not gonna just send somebody somewhere. That's so stupid for somebody to send somebody somewhere and they don't even know nothing about that place.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what the story was. Now, whether this is the truth or not, I don't know. But the story was that they was cracking credit cards and got that room. Now, do I know that to be the truth? I don't know. That's the story they gave us about the crime. Remember, they said that the girl, what was her name? Her name was the Watkins girl. It was, I want to say her name was Shaniqua Watkins, the girl that supposedly
right.
did credit card fraud. They said she was cracking cards and she got the hotel room at Crown Plaza. Now, I don't know if that's true or not on how that room was obtained, because I don't believe shit that Crown, nothing they said. But if it's true that they was cracking credit cards to get that room, it's just a possibility. They just booked the room out there on the outskirts of the suburbs just to make sure it went through.
Well, that is true. That is true, because that is true, because Shaniqua was seen at the it was her and Bree was at the Marriott, kept going in, and they was checking at the, you know, they had the credit card. She was that's why I hope we could find that footage or a picture of it or a little video of it, because it was Shakira was she had hope. They was doing fraud. They had a whole bunch of credit cards, and it was even shown where at the Marriott where the person was giving her back the card and it didn't work, and she went and pulled out another card. So it's just like, you know, scammers. But I think she might have did get the room. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if they knew people that worked.
I never seen any footage of them at the Marriott. I seen footage at the DoubleTree, and I seen that little bullshit footage at Crown Plaza, but I never saw footage at the Marriott. I never got to see that footage. So right. I don't know.
Well, the DoubleTree is kind of similar to the, okay, so for y'all that don't know, the DoubleTree is similar to the Marriott. So yes, there was a video of them at the DoubleTree, but because there was a party that took place there too. But the Marriott and the DoubleTree kind of has checkerboard. They kind of have similar floors. You know, it's kind of difficult to understand, but you know what I'm saying? But my thing is that Teresa knows the truth. We're trying to figure out what really happened. I mean, we know what happened now, but Teresa knows. Teresa basically made us do all this hard work, y'all. If she would have just came out, or if she would have just said what really happened, or had an attorney say what really happened, the truth, we would have never went through this. So she really played and laughed in our face. We're going to keep it real over here. We don't be fake. We keep it real over here. We speak facts.
Yeah, and I got to say, I feel like rather than her giving us all of this BS, they could have kept this whole fucking case to themselves and just never let nobody be involved in this. And I never would have known about this, and I would have been living a whole different life right now. So I would have appreciated not being involved at all. This is some bullshit. So I would rather Teresa play the nut role. She could have played mental health games. She could have acted like she didn't know what was going on. It was so many things that she could have done differently that she didn't do. So, and like I told you earlier today, we talk about this case and how after 7 years, how we're still revisiting this case. And I talked about, well, this is what we talked about today, guys. I was talking to Muppet, and I told him, I said, it's kind of weird because we all got on this case for different reasons. My reason for being on this case was I just moved into a new house. I was by myself. A storm was coming through the city. I lost power. Didn't have nothing else to really do but be on social media. And then heard about this little girl being found in the freezer on the 10th, which was that Sunday. That night, that particular night, I want to say it was that night or the prior night, but it doesn't matter that part. But the bottom line was maybe 2 days later, I'm watching videos, and a dude named Planet of the Fakes had done a video, and they said that a little boy named Corey Martin was Kenneka's brother, and that he had gotten killed. And it just so happened that my 2 older kids knew him. We all knew him. So when I saw him, I thought that's what my attraction was, that this is my friend, my son's friend's sister. And how ironic is this that they're related? And I felt like that's what it was, why I was following the case. And I believed it for a long time till I realized that Teresa didn't have a son named Corey, and that Planet of the Fakes had some shit going on with King Rob and Chosen King. They all was doing crazy shit together, and that she never had a brother named Corey Martin. But I thought it was true. How would I know? How would I think it? I wouldn't have known nothing different, because at that time I was doing what I told y'all people shouldn't do. I was doing what I figured that content creators were reporting real information. Like, why would you lie about a person that's dead? Why would you report something that's not real? Like, really? And they did. And for that reason, and they continue to do that. That's why I keep telling people.
And Tiffany Draper too. She was another little crooked little bitch. Tiffany Draper lying. Because come to find out, y'all, Tiffany Draper was actually related to what's his name? One of them. She was related. She was in on this shit too. She was putting out false narratives. The only thing that she did right on the KJ story was exposing Kenneka's friends and how they live and how dirty and filthy they was. That's the only thing that Tiffany Draper did good. But Tiffany Draper, that bitch right there, as a matter of fact, didn't she die?
Yeah, she did pass away.
She passed away, right? See, that's karma, right? See what I'm saying?
Tiffany Draper.
See, that's karma, y'all. You see what happens when God don't like ugly? Do you see? This is why I tell people, you have to be careful and mindful on what you say and what you put out there, because you don't know when your last day is going to be. But Tiffany Draper, I had to be honest. She was very believable. I followed Tiffany Draper when she first became a YouTuber. But Tiffany Draper was monetizing. She was doing also. She was also doing it for entertainment. She didn't really care about that, girl. They saw money, y'all. It was a money scheme.
That seems to be consistently what's going on. And I'm not knocking nobody on nothing they got going on as far as money's concerned. I never thought that should be the motivating factor behind what you're doing when it comes to something like this. But to me, you can do what you want to do. I personally had made a decision. Me and the last content creator I was working with, we wanted to make sure that the lines weren't blurred and no one misunderstood our intentions or what we had going on. So we refused to accept anything from anyone. I'm not on that tip no more. I'm not on that no more. I'm taking super chats. I don't have Cash App. I'm taking whatever the hell anybody giving me, and I'm doing merch, because this is just no longer a Kenneka Jenkins page. And I told you guys, I said, once I take care of my baby girl and I wrap her up and I get that out of the way, and I think that everyone knows by now that none of this was money motivating for me at all. Now that that's been established, I don't think anyone would confuse nothing that we're doing over here as money motivating. That's not what's going on. And you could go back into the plethora of videos, every fucking thumbnail, every live, every short. Y'all run through that stuff and look at all the effort and just know that each and everything you see, it was created by me. Now, let me correct myself. The lies weren't created by me. Those were collectively made by all of us that sit in the chat right now. But facilitation was me and Fred. Gotta say that. but I can't downplay the efforts that I put into this, and definitely won't downplay the efforts he put into this, and will never downplay everything that you guys did collectively, because there's some of y'all that stay on me, stay in my inbox, call me, constantly updating me, constantly giving me information about cases in Kenneka, and I could not thank you enough. It's so many of y'all. It's even an unknown person that's helping right now that won't even tell me what their damn name is. So I'm just saying, I appreciate everybody. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah. So that's really the truth. So I definitely wanted to clear the air. I don't know what the problem is with people and me. I think that as far as consistency, I think that I've been fairly consistent with my run with Kenneka on any platform I've been on. I've been pretty consistent. Definitely been consistent over here on T Slade's page with our lives and the information and being as truthful as I could possibly be. I've been consistently I ask sometimes to people, I gun off on people, I get mad, I stay slick shit to people. I've consistently done that as well, but I just can't sit back and let people just say anything to me about anything about me, because even though this is not real life for me, this is still a platform that I've chose to express myself on and my creativity on, and it needs to be respected. And if you don't have nothing to do with it, you don't want to listen to it, just don't listen to it. I'm not asking anyone to listen to this. Now, I'm not asking nobody to be over here listening to any of this shit. I didn't ask for nobody to subscribe. Didn't do that. Barely asked for likes. What I wanted you guys to do was to join with me and let's talk about what happened to this little girl. And if we can't find out what happened to her, let's try to find out what's really going on in the city so we can prevent this from happening to someone else. Or we can talk to our family members about the stuff that's going on and what we found out. Because since this has happened, other people have lost their lives. Other people have come up missing in our families. We got people missing right now. I got two mods with missing people. I got 2 mods with 2 missing people right now. 2 active missing people cases right now with 2 mods. And they don't have no idea where their loved ones are. This is some real shit going on, y'all. And there ain't nobody got time for no bickering and bitches talking about what somebody else got going on and wouldn't stand beside me for one moment to have a conversation with me. Now, I'm going to say this. If you're going to be disrespectful to me in any regard on any platform and say negative things about me, my suggestion is you don't come into my comment section, because you will get cussed the fuck out. And I almost cussed somebody out tonight, but I said I was going to be on my best behavior. But do not be disrespectful to me on somebody else's platform and come and expect me to be cordial with you that you speak on mine, because it doesn't work that way. Ain't no fucking pushover. Ain't shit about me a pushover. And you know exactly who I'm talking to. So refrain from doing that, and me and you might be okay. Might. Strong might. Okay? So was there anything else anybody wanted to talk about? We're approaching the 3-hour mark, and I don't want to do no 5-hour, 4-hour live. It's just, to me, I don't think it makes sense. I just don't think it makes sense.
Also, so I just also want to add on to that. So respectfully, y'all, if you really rock with T Slade, and I'm speaking out in the universe general, respectfully, if you know that T Slade is telling the truth, she's presenting facts, receipts, she's being honest, she's actually opening up, like she said, opening up herself, to us, and really being honest and giving us her honest opinions, and you see another YouTuber bashing her, instead of just recording it, or I'm just being general, just report it, y'all. Just respectfully, just report it. Stop. She also has a life. We all have a life. But I'm gonna be honest with you. She's better than me, because YouTuber or not, you know what I'm saying? And even on my social media platforms, loyalty is everything. Now, you could bring me a bone, but I don't do that drama. Because after a while, I'm going to start realizing, like, why you keep bringing up drama to me. Stop that. That's really childish, and it's really, like, it can really throw things off. You guys have to be respectful and mindful that you don't know what T Slay's going through behind closed doors. Let's be respectful that she has a life too. Stop being the bone carrier.
And then I'm a little bit nosy, so sometimes I be wanting to know. Sometimes. So it's just it's a balance, y'all. It's just a balance. And again, it's just what I think it is. What I think it is for me, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And what I just want people to do is don't let nobody confuse you. If you can go from platform to platform, listen to different people and not get confused, I encourage you to do that. But if people are confusing you, just don't do it. Just don't do it. And if you get confused, don't bring that confusing shit to me, because I'm not trying to straighten it out. I'm already knowing, Nene. And hold on, what does it say right here? Oh, hold on. Hold on. I love you too, girl. I love you too. Definitely love all y'all, man. I'm talking about y'all. All you guys have collectively, like, it's so many. I can thank you guys on so many different levels. All of y'all. Kelly, you know what's up. Nene, you know what's up. Muppet, you know. Bruh, you know. Like Dorothy, you know. Like, I have relationships with almost everybody on the platform. Unique relationships. Some of y'all, I want to have a relationship with. I don't have your information. That's why I want to have a closed group. I want to have a closed group so we can talk more. I want to have a closed group. I want to have a closed group because I want to be able to communicate with y'all. I want to be able to share information. I want to be able to talk to y'all like real people. If some of y'all I can't even talk to, I don't have no email addresses on none of y'all. Look, especially Cold Pepsi. I've been begging for her information. I can't get her information to save my soul. I need Dorothy's information. It's some of y'all who I feel like I know and I've never communicated with y'all, but I feel so close to y'all. And that's because we've been rocking so hard on this case and I see y'all's efforts. I remember you ladies from different platforms. Nene, I know how much you love. I know how much you love Kenneka. Cold Pepsi, I seen you everywhere. Everywhere. They said TV. Lord knows you've been on everybody's page trying to figure out what's going on with this baby. Cody, Charity, it's so many of y'all. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with nobody listening to nobody else. There's nothing wrong with you doing that. But if a person is in a total stark contradiction of what you believe, what are you doing? It's almost like you being a Christian, living the devil worshiping music, listening to devil worship music. What the hell you got going on? What you listening to it for? Is it entertaining to you? You could think about converting. I don't get the point. I don't get it. But I'm not like everybody. I can't listen to the bullshit people say. I can't. You should be stupid. I can't deal with it. I don't even listen to nobody no more. I don't listen to no content creators no more. Nobody. Unless somebody called me and tell me somebody said something, I go over there and try to listen to it. Whether it's something about me, new information, I go listen, because guess what? I still want to learn new stuff too. I do. But you know what I be finding out? I be finding out people be twisting and remixing shit like they a DJ on the turntable. They be on some chop and screw shit, finding another way to spin the same narrative over and over again and blaming every fucking body. And I don't know how people are letting them do it, but it's going on and they're affected with it. So who are we to judge? Let them have it. Let them have their cash apps, their super stickers, their donations, and their narratives. Let them have it. Let them have it. Let them have at it. It's not what we do over here. We trying to clarify some shit, make some shit, make it make sense. Fred got a couple of suggestions that he wants to cover. We're definitely going to cover it. Good night, y'all. Okay, so yeah, we're about to close it out. All right, y'all. So I just want to thank everybody for coming in here. We actually stayed. We didn't do nothing less than 30 people the whole time, y'all. We got up to 30, and we never lost less than 30. So I appreciate for 3 hours, y'all. 30 people stayed on here. I really appreciate that. Even the Bush babies that don't want to say they over here and saying that y'all support us, y'all still over here and y'all listening. So thank you so much, Wally. Very, very thank you so much. Thank you. They said Cold Pepsi. Thank you. The girl in the tarp. I know, Nene. I already know. All right, y'all. So we're on the 3 hour mark. Just to give you guys an update on what's going on. The channel is doing well, guys. We're almost at the 800. We are almost at 800 subscribers. Let me let y'all see real fast. Let's talk about the little stats before we go. Let's talk. Let's check out our little stats. So we're at 795. We're five shy of 800. We joined the channel November 15th. So we haven't even been on here for a year yet. September 15th marked. So we just 1 month shy of being on here a year. Like, wow, it's been almost a year. So we've made 800. We've had almost 800 people join this platform in less than a year, with over 108,000 views collectively. Now, this is just on YouTube. This has nothing to do with the other platform. TikTok is a monster. Total beast over there, and I'm never over there. So I want to kind of get back over there sometimes, but shit, I can't do it. Thank you so much, your milk and cereal, for sticking in here with me tonight, baby. Thank all of you guys. But y'all know how we got to close it out, right? Mom, I love you. P.O.P. Hold it down, y'all. Thanks again.